Just give me 1 sec. I'm gonna grab the link to the Discord for you guys. As always, first thing I do. How's everyone doing today? Alright, I'm gonna post the link to Discord. There you go. Make sure you guys can hear me. Yep. The game sound is a little loud, but I am in the theater right now, so that makes sense. Hey everyone, it's Rain, and we are back with more Honkai StarRail. And today we're going to be doing the new story quest, the Sword Champion. And we're going to see how March becomes a member of the Hunt Path. I'm really excited for that. I'm actually really excited. I like March's new design. What else? I want to do just a couple like real quick things before we get into the story quest. But hi everyone, how's everyone doing today? I don't think I actually did my intro, but hey everyone, it's Rain and we are back with more Honkai StarRail. So yeah, oh there's just right there. How did I not see that? But real quick, I need to do
Don't forget to let your friends
my
in on
weekly
that.
boss real quick because I'm still building Firefly and I would actually like to use her sometime soon. I haven't played in like 2 weeks. I say that all the time, like for these kind of games, because I don't. I literally play when I stream, and that's usually about it, unless I'm like grinding for a specific character I like. So unfortunately, like I haven't really played StarRail that often. I did play a little bit today. I'm still trying to get relics for Firefly, but that's about it. But I want to get her skills to 9, because right now they're all 8, and I can't do that until I get this boss a couple more times. So
Trickier to crack.
So we'll do this first, and then we'll start story.
Time for a buzz.
Sure, I'll play along.
This combat needs... This is double speed.
It's on me.
From still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Hello, back.
Noise. All wishes
Again.
noise is fading.
All in. The dice have been bust.
Or maybe
Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
Disorderly noise.
Lend me your strength.
Another
We've
journey.
entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Destined for oblivion.
So, real quick, while we're
I
doing
hit the
this,
mark.
I don't know if I like actually mentioned this yet.
Spend freely.
If you guys did not catch the stream yesterday, it didn't really happen. It ended up being more of a reaction stream than anything else. Unfortunately,
Gods awaken.
guess we're on phase 2.
All in.
Unfortunately, I had problems
Free will,
because
or
of the
was it
new
fate?
Hoyoverse launcher. So what ended up happening was it wanted me
Still waters of
to
oblivion.
This battle is unavoidable.
like make sure it was me by like registering my email or
Lend
checking
me
my
your
email,
strength.
but I haven't used that email in years because this is before YouTube, all that kind of stuff. I've been playing Honkai Impact 3rd for years. So it's on an old email. Like a really
This
old email.
combat needs a... This is double speed.
That I haven't used, and I really just used for Honkai Impact 3rd and Hoyoverse
I weep for
and
the
like that kind of stuff, and Genshin.
It too shall fall.
But my Genshin is also like on my PlayStation email, so it's fine.
Creation has been completed. The inevitable day has arrived.
I think it's too loud. I can't hear me talk. So I don't know if you guys can hear me at all. So I'm gonna turn it down, and I hope that's okay. But anyway, I love this song, so I didn't want to talk over it, but
Time for a buzz.
I swear on...
But anyway, it wanted me to figure out, like,
I swear on...
how do I describe this?
More
It wanted
enemies.
me to
I swear on balance.
Another journey.
check it was me through my email, but I couldn't get into my email because it was so old and it was registered under
Sure,
my
I'll
old
play
phone
along.
number. And that was like the big problem because I don't have that phone number anymore. So to change the email on anything, I'd have to get into that email to change it to a different one.
Spend freely.
I swear
So basically, I couldn't change my
This battle
Hoyoverse
is
email
unavoidable.
to play Honkai Impact Third, which is weird because I can play it on my phone. Like, it doesn't even ask for that kind of stuff on your phone.
How insolent.
Can I have fun this time?
But basically, I had to either... It's so hard to talk and do this at the same time. I'm like actually trying to focus on the fight and also not at the
Lend me your
same time.
strength.
The dice have been
I'll describe it
tossed.
in a sec.
Or maybe I'll take it all. All in.
Maybe it's just because I'm tired. I had a lot of family over. Like, everyone, well, not over my house. We all went over with families.
Still waters of oblivion.
Like, I'm
Hedge
so
your
tired.
bets. It's on
We were
me.
all outside all day.
I
And
swear
all the kids were in the pool and swimming. And
More
it
enemies.
was hectic. Hectic.
I swear on the calendar.
This combat needs. This is double speed.
Too slow.
You took the bait.
Blasphemous.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Lend me your strength.
And Acheron is
We've
this
entered
game on
the
easy
storm.
mode.
To guard and defend. Crush them.
Free will, or was it?
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely.
Another journey between still waters of oblivion.
Unending.
Blasphemous.
I love this song. Alright. Okay, so basically what I was saying, okay, so we had a lot of problems yesterday on stream, and it was because I was trying to sign into my Honkai Impact Third email, or my account, but it wanted me to like make sure it was me by sending an email or a message to my email. But I couldn't get on my email because, like I said, it was an old one. It was registered to my old phone. Even though I could sign into it, my email wanted to make sure it was me. But it's an old phone number, so I couldn't. So I couldn't get into my email to get into my Honkai Impact Third account. Nothing needed changed. It was the fact that, like, I had the email, I had the password, but I haven't been on the email in so long. It wanted to like check it was me, and just I couldn't do that. I don't have that phone number. So I was like, oh, well, I'll just change the email on Hoyoverse. To do that, you also need to make sure it's you through the email. And you see the problem? Like, I got stuck in this loop of every time I try to do something to fix it, it would send me back to my email, which I can't get into. So I didn't know what to do. So next week we'll be playing Final Fantasy 16. If I can't get it to work by then, I've called and I've like been on hold with like the help for like hours, and they basically said they couldn't do anything. They couldn't just let me in to change my email or to change my phone number, nothing like that. They just wouldn't fix it. Can't help you. Lazy ass. But yeah, that was basically my day. Just a bunch of stressful nonsense. And then we had, like I said, big family thing, and everyone was there, and it was chaotic and hectic, and I'm just kind of drained, and I also really want to find out how March becomes the new Hunt version of her. So, without further ado, let's start the quest, because I know I've been ranting and talking for a little bit now, and I'm sorry. I was, I guess, in my own little world. I don't even think I really want her. But I do want Hana. So, you know, let's try. I have Boot Hill, so I don't really need a physical character. I heard she's like a counter character. I did her trial, and I that's basically what I got out of her. She like, her skill is like a block, and if enemies hit her from then on, she like counterattacks or revenge attacks or something. Kind of like how March is, because like it increases like the capability of like them getting taunted towards her and stuff. She seems like a pretty okay character. I don't know. Not my favorite. I wouldn't mind having her, but I probably wouldn't build her right away. I still haven't built Boot Hill because I've been still trying to get decent artifacts for Firefly. She has no crit rate because nothing I get has crit rate substats, which sucks. So my Firefly still kind of sucks, which is why I'm not using her today, unfortunately. I'm gonna have that song stuck in my head all stream now. Unending Dream. It's a good song. I love Robin. But anyway, quests. I honestly... Missions. There we go. The Lao Fu. Teleport back. Oh, what's up, Robin?
The feeling of relaxation ever since I stepped into the spotlight, I have especially treasured. Thank you.
Can we just like kidnap Robin and bring her with us? Like, come on.
Whenever that happens, days of you.
How amazing would it be to have Robin on the Astral Express all the time? Oh yeah, I'm Trailblaze level 69 now. So close to max. One level and we're 70.
What's up, Pom Pom?
Opening my drink, sorry.
Just got a message from the Xianzhou La Fu. Looks like it'll conflict with our original schedule.
It's been a while,
General!
my friends on the Astral Express. How's your trailblazing expedition going? Soon, the Xianzhou Luofu will be holding the Luminary War Dance. Those who have aided the Luofu in overcoming the crisis are cherished allies of the Xianzhou. Thus, on behalf of the Seat of Divine Foresight, I'm extending an invitation to attend the ceremony. Your presence would be greatly appreciated.
Well, things are getting lively.
I wonder
We've
if
barely recovered from the family's Charmony Festival. and
March's
we're already being invited
Constellations
to another special event.
will like continue over with her hunt form.
Why not think about it this way? Our trailblazing expeditions are turning into blast expeditions.
Because I
where
have
we
C6
eat,
March.
drink, and
I really
play
don't want
wherever
to
we
get
go.
another 6
Blast?
constellations for her.
Expedition? Yeah, wherever we go, we eat, play, and have a blast.
Although,
so we should
March
leave
isn't
March
exactly
behind to take care of the express?
I think March
Hey,
is the first one I
that's
took
not
off the
what I
team.
meant. I'm all for some fun. I just hope there won't be any surprise party crashers, like Friday or Saturday.
The Xianzhou Luofu has recently overcome a crisis by
Is that a joke
holding the
because
war
Sunday?
dance there, demonstrating to everyone that they've returned to a state of
I really
peace
hope they make Sunday
and safety.
playable.
But that's what everyone said before we went to Penacony. You'll be totally safe under the family's protection.
No need to worry. The war dance is not like the Charmony Festival with all its hidden secrets. It's just a festival to honor the Rainbow Arbiter and the Cloud Knights, who fought against the abominations of abundance and protected the Xianzhou ships. Aside from star skiff performances, it's mostly martial contests. Nothing too different from the Taiki and Roboball contest we've seen before.
What
Matt,
do you
turn
think,
it up.
Himiko? Since we've accepted Miss Black Swan's proposal, we should probably head to Amphorius for refueling.
There's certainly no rush. This trailblazing expedition is quite unique, and the Express needs to be fully stocked and prepared before moving on to the next stop. With Madame Herta's help, I was planning to deliver some Leviathan fossils from Kalinga Abyss to Ron May, member 81 of the Genius Society. It could earn us some favors before we
Please tell
set
me
out.
we're not gonna see her
However, It
again.
may take a few weeks.
I just
so
forgot
that
she
means
existed.
we're not
Don't remind
going
me
to
of
the
her,
Luofu.
please.
Being an adult means maintaining
We don't want another mad
relationships,
scientist running
whether
around.
we like it or not, March. Since we've been invited, it's only right for the Astral Express to attend the ceremony. So, here's the plan. Pom Pom will take everyone to the Xianzhou Luofu. Mr. Yang and I will meet up with Ron May and fulfill our promise. Meanwhile, you, March, and Don Hung will represent the Express and attend the war dance.
What do you two think?
Is Don Hong gonna come? Because we haven't had an Avenger with him in a while. So, yes, please. Sounds great. Let's split into two groups.
I don't hear any objections.
Now that everyone's on board with the plan, it's time to warp to the Xianzhou Luofu.
Did you guys see the title? I just remembered to mention it. Like, I do not trust
Himiko
March with a
really
sword.
knows how to convince people. Between Leviathan fossils and the war dance, the latter definitely sounds more fun. By the way, Don Hung, this time you'll be taking a stroll with us on the Luofu, right?
He's not banned anymore, though.
And just let you two wander around aimlessly on the Luofu by yourselves? I don't think so. Plus, Mr. Yang is right. The Ambrosial Arbor crisis just ended, and both the long life and short life species are still feeling uneasy. And that's why Jing Yuan wants to organize the war dance, to show that the Xianzhou Luofu
I feel like
is
they want us
stable
there not
and
just
safe.
because, like, as a thank you for, like, saving them and to
Since he has
celebrate with
extended
us,
an
but also to be like,
invitation,
just in case something else
It's only
happens,
right that I
and
visit
we
my
need you to
old
beat
friend.
up Phantilia again, please come. What's up, Galaxy? How are you today? Did you already do this story quest and get the new hunt
Coming
mark?
back to this place brings back so many memories. You know?
Here's something of you, a poem by March 7th.
Hey, I'm not actually gonna recite a poem.
Do it!
I was just thinking about all the twists and turns we went through when we first arrived on the Xianzhou. This time, we're not being forced or enticed or chasing after wanted criminals. And we didn't have to sneak in through the cargo dock.
True.
This trip has been incredibly smooth. Quite unusual, I must say.
I hope there's like a trial that we can use her in, because my march isn't high enough
I
or built
agree.
enough to like really try her out, you know what I mean? So I hope like we get to actually use the new march.
Is the
I did it when the update came out, that's cool.
Haven
So
always
I
this
actually have a
crowded?
question that I asked
There's
earlier, but
so
no one
many
was in the
people
chat yet.
Here. I can barely
Um,
hear anything.
Does March
Yanqing
7th
said General Jing Yuan
constellations
sent him to
go
welcome
over
us,
to her
Where is he?
hunt form?
Let's wait for him in front of the loom.
Because
It's
the
the most prominent
Trailblazers
landmark on the
constellations
dock.
don't. Please tell me they do, because I have C6 March. I really don't want to have to get another 6 copies of March.
Hey, you guys! Hold on a moment. Did they just call us? Look at their outfits.
They're from Penacony.
They're from Penacony, right? Are you familiar with the Xianzhou Luofu?
They don't?
We know a little bit about it.
We're from Penacony. Maybe you've heard of it. We came to this ship to gather interesting materials for making dream bubbles.
Oh, we
that's
just
cool.
left there. Oh, talk about coincidence.
That's
But
great. Do
But
you know
what?
any must-see attractions on the Luofu?
do you get them from the event?
Exactly. We're Xianzhou experts.
Yeah, we've been here.
Most of the tourists around at the moment are here to attend the war dance. And that's why we're here too.
Yeah, we know about that ceremony. But isn't the fighting ring still closed?
I've heard the ring was actually converted
Whoa,
from a
there's
huge
way more ships here than
decommissioned
usual.
lawful fighter jet. No doubt about it. It's a massive fighter jet. It's got to be larger than a civilian star skiff.
But for now, all we
You
can
get
do
the first
is wait
3
until
for
the
free
war
by
dance
doing the
starts in
new
a few weeks
event.
before we can board
Okay.
it.
So
We've
how do you
still
get the
got work
others?
to do, so we can't just sit around waiting for it to start. That's why we're asking you about some must-see attractions.
We're looking for unique experiences that you won't find on Penacony. Our clients love these kinds of dream bubbles the most.
You're the expert here. Give them some suggestions.
Why not visit the garden? Yeah.
Oh yeah! Fixstroll Garden! It's famous for supernatural stuff. With those mischievous
Plus, it's like one of my favorite
heliobi
places.
floating around. It's pretty fascinating.
With all the, like, the spirits and stuff. Although there is a lot of enemies there.
Supernatural.
Maybe I should have picked somewhere without
I
enemies.
don't really like
Don't really
scary
want them to
things,
die.
but our clients will love it.
Don't know. Oh, damn.
Ooh, it does sound interesting. Let's go check out Fixstroll Garden. Maybe we'll bump into each other there.
Maybe.
Look, Yanqing's here.
Yanqing!
Wow, really? Let's go catch up with him.
You gonna pull for the new characters? And if so, did you get them?
There you are. Everyone, this way. Hey, everyone.
Blade's
It's been
wanted
a while.
poster still up.
Well, it doesn't feel like it's been that long since we last saw you. But
Kinda does, though.
Yanqing, are you?
What's up, Miss March?
They say kids grow up really fast. Yanqing, are you a little bit taller than before?
We've only been away for a few months.
March! No tact. Long time no see, Yanqing.
Long time no see.
It's been a while.
Oh, you've come along too, Mr. Danheng.
Yep, you just tried
Sorry
to kill
for
him
the
last
delay.
time.
With the upcoming war dance and the Starskiff Haven being so busy, things are a little hectic.
I do like the added touch of how packed and crowded the streets are because it's a
Seriously?
festival.
I've never seen the Luofu so lively before.
I was a bit worried that holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis might be too soon. But seeing the bustling Starskiff
Is
Haven,
the next character I'm getting? Ah,
I
gotcha.
understand why General Jing Yuan chose this timing.
I like the characters
Yep.
that's on right up now.
There's
The
people
ones
from
related
other
to
delves
Blade.
and travelers like you three who've come from afar.
But not enough to
With the war
actively
dance
pull
coming
for
up,
her.
there's a
Like,
huge
if I
number of
have
visitors
wishes,
pouring
I'm
into
gonna
the
use
Starskiff
them.
Haven. The
And
Cloud
if I
Knights
get
are
her,
working hard
cool.
to keep the security tight.
But I'm not gonna spend money.
The general said this ceremony would help the Xianzhou Luofu recover from the crisis. It's a way to showcase our martial spirit, reassure people, boost morale, and attract visitors from other planets to promote trade and peace.
I should probably
By the
save
way,
though for the next
the
character I
Xianzhou
really
Alliance
want
places
because
great
I lost the
importance on this
50-50 for
ceremony,
Jade.
too. The Xianzhou ships, the
So
Zhou Wing
I'm
and
guaranteed
the
the next
Yaoqing,
character,
have
so I
both
should
sent
probably
messengers to offer their
hold
blessings.
off. After that saber, that's a year away. That's a year away.
Yeah, I wonder if you've heard of it. It's known as the Star Forge, and it's responsible for providing more than half of the Cloud Knight's
I really hope
armaments.
it is Saber, though they make the
Xianzhou
5-star
Drumin
character.
boasts skilled craftsmasters, and General Guian is a top-notch craftsman himself. If only I could get a
The
sword
question
forged
is,
by him,
though,
I'd
I
be on
think they
cloud
said it was
9.
going to be Unlimited Blade Works, right?
By
So
the
it
way,
probably will be
Yunqing,
Saber.
Where are we headed next?
And Archer.
I'm sorry for talking your ear off. The General wants to catch up with you at the Palace of Astrum. He's been eager to hear about how the Express has been doing.
It's funny how he tries to act all mature, but whenever it comes to something he's interested in, you can really see his childish side.
Although, I think they didn't actually say it was Unlimited Blade Works. I think they just said it was Fate's Day Night, right? So it could be Heaven's Field, which means we could get Saber Alter. I'd wail. I'd see 6.
I agree.
They've been doing a lot of Heaven's
All
Field
units,
collabs.
assemble quickly! Get ready to protect the crowd!
Because how big it was.
I just mentioned security, and now all of a sudden something's gone wrong. Excuse me, I need to go check out the situation.
So much for a relaxing festival, yeah.
We'll go with you.
I honestly kind of feel bad. It seems like everywhere we go, bad luck follows. Oh, is that a new monster?
Protect the civilians. I'll deal with him.
I haven't seen this guy before. Oh, they're like werewolves. Alright, new monster. Awesome.
Why are there boars in here? This ends now.
Sure, I'll play along. Spend freely. The dice have been bust.
Or maybe,
I'll take it all.
In full disclosure, I didn't watch
This
the
battle
special
is
program.
unavoidable. Lend me your strength.
Free will, I weep for the departed.
So maybe they announced them, but...
It too shall fall.
Or I could have just missed them in the trailer.
Not good.
Unlimited Blade Works? It is. Awesome. Okay, cool. If it is Unlimited Blade Works, there's only 2 characters they'd use, and that's, of course, Saber and Archer. They might use Emiya. They use Emiya sometimes during the collabs, but most likely Saber and Archer.
Thanks for the help.
Sorry, no time to chat. Could you give me back my...
She just stole his sword. She just yoinked it.
Wait, my sword! I'm sorry, but I'm afraid we'll have to put our plans on hold for now. I need to find it.
That's so funny. She's just like not paying attention.
While we appreciate your rescue, my Xianzhou friends, don't you think it's a bit too much to detain us and our cargo?
Sorry, but we've been ordered to detain you and your cargo for inspection until we figure out the source of the attack. Once we're done with the formalities, we'll let you and your cargo go.
But this shipment isn't even meant for the Luofu, and it's IPC's patented technology. Who do you think you are to conduct an inspection?
I don't know. The person
According
is trying
to
to
the
keep
protocol,
people safe after
all
a monster
cargo
attack.
arriving on the Luofu must go through
Do
inspection.
they come through your ship?
But we didn't officially enter your dock at all. We just sought refuge in your dock because we were attacked by the Borisons.
Looks like this argument could go on forever. Let's not get involved in a heated dispute that won't lead to a resolution.
So they were attacked?
Who's in charge here? I need some answers.
It's my fault.
He looked
We
more
let
like a
our
wolf
guard
than a
down for a
Boxian.
moment. I take full responsibility.
With the war dance approaching, safety should be a top priority. Now, tell me, how did Borisin prisoners end up in Starskiff Haven?
Prisoners?
According to the protocol, Borisin prisoners should be held on a starskiff and taken directly to the shackling prison under strict supervision without ever touching the ground.
Please don't blame this, Captain. This incident involves the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel.
Who are you?
I'm Lu Jun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad. Thank you for your help, Lieutenant Yanqing. The situation unfolded rapidly, and it shouldn't be held against the captain. Here's what happened. An IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin just before arriving, and the Ju Ming's diplomatic vessel came to the rescue. They fought...
So, an IPC ship was attacked by the Borisin near the Luofu, and the Ju Ming envoys saved them?
Okay.
Honestly, it gives me a headache too. The Ju Ming diplomatic ship, adhering to standard procedure, docked at the passenger terminal to hand these
Or
criminals
they
over to
set
the
them
Luofu.
free to attack the IPC.
You know, with all the outsiders flooding onto
so
the
they
Luofu,
could save them
Starskiff
and have an
lanes are under
excuse to
immense
land.
pressure. The Borisin desperados decided to put up
Maybe.
a fight before the prisoner transport Starskiff
I know that's
could
a
get
reach,
there.
but like,
And that's what you just
get some
witnessed.
goodwill, be allowed to land and
We'll make
dock,
sure these prisoners are
attend
sent to the
festival,
shackling prison as
maybe
soon as
cause
possible.
some havoc.
I see.
I mean, it'd be a way
It's
in if they
an
are
unusual
able.
situation indeed. I'll report it to the security department of the Realm Keeping Commission and ask for their cooperation in handling the aftermath.
Question: what was my mention when
Maybe I
they
should gather
mentioned
more
Ruan
details
Mei?
from others, so
I
that
think
Seed of
my
Divine
exact
Foresight
phrase
can
was,
have a
"Ah,
better
not her
understanding of the
again.
situation."
Please, we don't need to talk to the mad scientist." And then they said that Himiko and Welt was gonna go talk to her, and we were gonna go to the Luofu. And I was like, "Yep, split up. Great, awesome. Let's go. Let's get the frick out of here." Like I think I literally said I just forgot she existed.
You look
Why would
much
you remind me of
mature
her?
now, Yanqing.
Please don't tease me, Miss March. The
they
situation
did.
on
No
the
one really
Cianzhou
uses her
before
since
the
Robin
war
came
dance
out.
is like a calm lake that can be disturbed by even the smallest pebble, capable of generating far-reaching ripples with even the slightest disturbance.
What are those people? I mean, those monsters we just dealt with.
I know, they're kobolds, right?
Those werewolf monsters are known as Borisin.
Borisin?
They are abominations of abundance, and we've been fighting them for a very long time.
They didn't look like abominations
The
of
Borisin
Abundus.
have been a powerful
Then again,
force
they look
for
like
a
smaller
long
than
time,
monkeys, so I guess.
plundering and enslaving many worlds.
These look very
The
different
threat
than
they
like the normal
pose is
ones.
just as terrible as the Swarm disaster. And the Alliance even had a fierce war with them 3 decades ago. Their presence has faded over the years. But who would have thought?
According to that officer, they attacked an IPC ship near the Senjo Luofu. Such a brazen attack seems quite unusual to me.
So I do have a theory about
Yeah,
how March is going to become a
that's what I
sword
find
master or
strange,
whatever.
too.
Is she going to
Seems
watch the
like the
tournament
IPC
and
and
get
the
like
Borisin
super
have some
inspired by
serious
it?
grudges.
And going to be like a follow
Well,
me girl?
enough with the
And she's
chit-chat.
going to just
The General wants me to take you to the
switch
Palace of
paths
Astro.
because she fell in love with sword fighting
I'd love to chit-chat a little
instantly.
longer, but there are some things that can't be left unchecked.
Is it a serious matter? Maybe you'll need our help in hunting
Or
down
is she just going to
Borisin?
put on a new outfit and then
Thank you, but it's no big deal.
suddenly a new
By the
path?
way, the young lady who just appeared, she took my sword. I'm thinking of filing a lost property report at the Realm Keeping Commission to see if I can get
You know,
it
she's
back.
using Firefly teams. You can also use Robin.
I doubt she
You can
did it on
also use
purpose.
Robin. I have Robin. Screw Ron May. I have Robin. It's not as good, but I have Robin.
Perhaps she's around here somewhere. Shouldn't we take a look?
I don't have her on May.
All right, let's
I do
not
have
keep the
Robin.
General waiting.
Don't worry. There aren't many people out there with that kind of talent. It shouldn't be too hard to find her.
Ooh, he's listening. Oh, I didn't even notice like the
There are
scar.
a lot of troublemakers around.
Is he the bad guy? Okay. I actually liked his design. Please don't make me hate him, game.
Success.
He didn't look bad for a side character. It'd kind of be upsetting if they made him the villain, in all honesty. What the heck? It says it's like a side path, but it also says it's just the door. Huh.
It's been a long journey, Elder Wyatt. Thank
You're
you
the odd
for
one
your
out.
presence.
Look at the old man! I
Don't
want the old
mention
man so bad.
General, I brought our guests from the
Please
Express.
be playable.
Oh, I'm sorry for my bad timing. I didn't know you were meeting a guest, General.
Don't worry, you're just in time. It's been a while, my friends from the Astral Express.
How's everything going, General?
All is well when you have friends coming from afar. Allow me to introduce you to General Wyatt.
Oh, he's one of the
the
generals.
Arbiter General of the Xianzhou Zhuming, known as the Flaming Heart.
Ah.
No need to be so formal.
Is the Flaming Heart the
I'm
Lotus
just a
one?
tourist
Because I really
here,
thought that was
no
going to be
different from
Fuhua.
other tourists who've come to attend the ceremony.
Elder Huayan is not only one of the Arbiter Generals, but also the Furnace Master of the Artisanship Commission. Besides his martial skills, he excels in forging various weapons. Such talents are unique, even among the Arbiter Generals.
Be it Arbiter General or Furnace Master.
I was really hoping
these are
just a
merely
general,
titles given
when we
me
go to a different
long ago.
Xianzhou ship,
I've
would just be
retired
Fuhua.
several times already. With the current change in circumstances.
Because when they talked about like the
Marshal
Flaming
has called me
Lotus,
back to
I was
duty.
like, that's Fuhua.
I
That
have
has
no
to
choice
be.
but to answer the call. Well, in the end, I'm to blame.
I haven't watched that
Such a
trailer in like
long
a year
life
though, so
naturally
I don't
brings
actually
its
remember
share
them all.
of disapproval.
It's an honor to meet you, General Huayan.
It's my honor to meet you.
By the way, the girl who stole
General
his sword is in the
Huayan.
back. Why haven't they seen her?
No need to be all formal.
She's like right
Today,
there.
I'm just a guest on the Lawfu, same as all of you. So, these three are the ones you mentioned, Jingyuin? The heroes who helped you with the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
Indeed. There's Don Hung, March 7th, and him. Without their help, I'm afraid the Law Fu might not have easily
Just say the
overcome these
Trailblazer.
threats.
So, the Imbibitor Lune's reincarnation has returned to the Lawfu and will attend the war dance. I'd love to have a drink with you should the chance present itself.
You're more than welcome, General Huayan.
He does not look happy about it.
And this young friend is?
Yanqing, my apprentice. He remains by my side as my retainer due to his youth, which I hope will season him with experience. He will stand for the Law Fu's Cloud Knights in the upcoming war dance, ready to
If she
take on
gives him
all
his sword
kinds
back.
of challenges.
Great, great! It's a real treat to see so many talented young people around here today. Oh, I almost forgot. This is my apprentice, Yu Li.
It's you!
Oh, it's you. Hello.
Oh, you two already know each other?
Yeah, she shanked her
Guess we
sword and
don't
ran
need
away.
any introductions then.
What a coincidence! I was afraid I'd have trouble finding this girl.
Oh? Now you've piqued my curiosity.
Ooh.
Tell me,
I actually
how
really
did you
like
two
that
become
detail
acquainted?
of having like the undercut in
She
braids. They
helped
usually
me
don't
capture
do that.
the escaped Borison prisoners at the Starskip Haven. Allow me to express my gratitude for you.
Your flying sword? Oh, so that's why I found a dagger in my bag. Turns out it's yours.
Yes, it is. Now that we've met again, I hope...
Nope, that won't do.
Won't do? You want your sword back, right? Well, you can't just take it back.
You literally stole it.
When you lose your sword on the battlefield, you have to reclaim it on the battlefield. As for this little sword, it was supposed to strike that escaped Borisin prisoner. But unfortunately, its owner's agitated state caused it to fly off like a kite with a broken string. By the way, if I hadn't caught it and helped it hit its mark, that Borisin prisoner would have gotten away.
Hold on a second, Lee. You took my sword without even asking, and now you're refusing to give it back?
So much for Lafu's
Well,
sword
I hate
masters.
her now.
What did you just say?
If you just stepped
Oh,
up
I thought
and
she was
took
so
your
cute,
sword
but
back
she's
from
a
me fair and
bitch.
square, I would have totally respected you. But nope, you tried to play it down, expecting me to just hand it back to you like it's nothing. In front of everyone. With all due respect, you don't honor your sword. So you don't deserve it.
I'm gonna slap a bitch.
Hasn't anyone told you that taking without asking is stealing? If you want to settle this with swords, fine. Let's have a one-on-one duel right now.
Yang Qing.
Well, that's more like it. Just be careful. Because I'm not as easy to handle as the Borisin.
You two, be quiet and apologize to Yan Qing.
Hey! Whose side are you on, Grandpa?
I don't take sides.
It's a small misunderstanding, and an apology would be too much. I've heard about the Zhu
Give him the
Ming's
fucking
incredible
sword
swordplay and
back.
craftsmanship. Most notably, the legendary flame wheel octet.
Such grandiose.
Guess she is
things.
related to Blade.
Some folks love to spin these fancy titles, trying to set the Cloud Knights apart.
Well, everyone, Elder Huayan and I have some business to discuss. For now, Yang Qing, why don't you entertain our guests and take Miss Yun Li to the inn? I'll find another chance to talk with you all. I'd like to express my gratitude to the Astral Express for helping the Law Fu during the crisis.
That's so kind of you. I mean, you've already thanked us so many times.
Please forgive me for coming at an inconvenient time.
You needn't apologize, General Huayan.
All right, Yun Li. Take this opportunity to clear things up with Yan Qing.
Yeah. It's better to make friends than enemies. But
You're an enemy
we'll
now.
be heading to the inn
I
just.
don't care. First
I want
impressions.
to visit Lingsha.
First
She just arrived in
impressions.
the Lafu
I hate
and
you
could
now.
use some help settling in.
Yang Qing, once you've helped our guests get settled, go to the Artisanship
So I posted
Commission.
something on Discord. Okay.
I've heard about the
I'll look.
attack and the detainment of the IPC ship. Qingzu sent word that the IPC members are protesting and wish to have their cargo back. See if you can calm them down. Don't get aggressive. Just make it clear that the Xianzhou Law Fu has no intention of violating their rights.
I'm on it.
Okay. I knew about the other general already. I thought she was really cool looking too. Also, like, her fighting style was awesome. But
Hey, Don Hung. I thought all the Xianzhou generals were like Jing Yuan. But that General Huayan, he looks so thin and scraggy. As
they're
if
long
even a light
races,
breeze
not
would
immortal,
knock him
March.
over. Is that old man really
he
an
could be
Arbiter
like
general?
thousands of years old.
Well, each Xianzhou ship has its own division and specialty within the Alliance. Not all of the Arbiter Generals are good at leading the charge. You heard what Jing Yuan said, right? General Huayan was once the head of all the skilled craftsmen on the Zhu Ming.
Oh. Seems there's more than meets the eye.
Don't you find it strange? Do Xianzhou people age? I rarely see any old people on the Xianzhou ship. But General Huayan looks like an ordinary old grandpa. Is he really a Xianzhou general?
I'm sure he could kick our ass.
Good question. He's right there. So why don't you ask him yourself?
Don't do it, March.
Nah,
Don't
I'd
do it.
like to live a little longer.
Exactly.
We should leave. General Jing Yuan asked Yan Qing to entertain us, so obviously, he has important matters to discuss.
Yeah, let's not waste his time.
Let's not waste any time here.
They got general things to talk about.
This is the report Qing Zhu just sent me. Let me take a look. Looks like the general has given me a tough challenge. He wants me to try and help put the IPC's mind at ease.
This one kind of a test from the general. Does seem like
Well,
it.
it's not exactly a test. As Cloud Knight officers, we not only learn the art of war and martial arts, but also occasionally have to handle diplomatic disputes. It's just, you know, talking things out isn't as straightforward as duking it out with weapons on the battlefield. This is especially true when you're up against the IPC, with their non-stop corporate babble. Well, let's not worry about that for now. Shall I take you to the inn?
Let's go. How funny would it be if just Topaz strolled up?
It is the Law Fu's honor to have you in attendance at the war dance. Yet, the fact that a simple martial arts ceremony has attracted
Yeah, something else
generals
going on, right?
from the Zhu Ming and the Yao Qing implies intentions beyond mere spectating. Might there be any specific instructions from the marshal?
Oh,
You're overthinking
I
it,
didn't actually know he
Jing
could
Yuan.
open his eyes.
As I said, I'm here to broaden my granddaughter's horizons.
I thought he was just gonna do that anime trope
no
where the old
ulterior
guy's eyes are
motives.
always closed.
However, I have no clue what the Yao Qing Arbiter General has in mind. Do you remember when you accepted this position? I told you that an Arbiter General's battlefield goes beyond the physical. You'll need to lead and manage everything on the Xianzhou. The title of Arbiter General holds a weight far greater than its literal meaning. So many years have passed, and you've done well. However, longevity for the Xianzhou people can be a curse. Living too long means that every mistake you made will lurk in the shadows. And one day, they'll eventually catch up to you.
Didn't they already?
The
Like-
Marshal knows everything that has happened on the Law.
Fantilia tried to destroy the Laofu. If we weren't here, it would have imploded. Like,
She has come specifically for you.
oh, she. The other general?
Speaking of which, why hasn't she arrived yet? They say the Merlin's claw strikes like lightning. Being late isn't her style.
That's not true, General Huayan. She's been here a while, but I'm sure you've heard of her unbridled nature.
They didn't put both hot guys.
As soon as she disembarked from the star skiff, she mentioned having something to attend to and simply disappeared.
Ah!
You must be the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing, I assume.
They introduced
We are
both
Jiao
of
Cho
the
and
hot
Mosen,
men
retainers of the
together.
Merlin's Claw. It's an honor to meet you in person, Arbiter Generals.
Now this is interesting. A guest who doesn't come to visit but sends a message instead.
I want him.
Master heard about a spectacular view in Scale Gorge.
I forget his
Waterscape.
name, but I want him.
I believe she went there to enjoy it.
A spectacular view? Ha! Did you hear that, Genuine? This person is being sarcastic.
Please do not misunderstand me, General Huayan. I was simply stating the truth. Master thought it would be
He's on Banner
inappropriate
next,
to
right?
keep you waiting, so she sent us here.
I'm gonna try and get him, but
Once she's finished
I'm
with
not gonna
admiring
spend.
the scenery, she'll personally come and apologize to the both of you.
in the meantime, outside of the Palace of Astrum,
Drat, I forgot to ask Yun Li to return my sword.
I don't think you'll ever get your sword back.
Unacceptable. Every sword is precious to me. If it weren't for the General's interference, I would have taught that shameless girl a lesson in swordplay. By the way, I don't know if it's just me, but the General seemed a little...
Reserved? Yeah.
Could it be because of Elder Yan's visit?
Reserved?
They're other generals. They have to be
Really?
like...
Maybe I'm just overthinking
I don't want to
things.
say like on their best behavior, but like respectful.
No, you're not. When I entered the Palace of Astrum, I realized that the messenger from the Xianzhou Zhu Ming was actually the Arbiter General himself. So, the messenger from the Xianzhou Yao Qing must be the Merlin's Claw herself, I presume.
That's right.
Well, that's what
She's
makes
the
this
next
entire
big character.
thing
I
so
heard
unusual.
she's supposed to be
What's so
like
unusual
Acheron
about
strong,
it? They
but
simply
for single
received an
target.
invitation from Jing Yuan.
So
just like the
technically
crew,
she'll be
right?
better than Acheron for bosses.
The war
is what
dance
I
is
heard.
just a small festival. And now we have 2 Arbiter Generals from other Xianzhou
I've seen her
ships
gameplay.
here.
She looks really cool, like the tornado where she's
I'm afraid
dashing
they're
around
here for
in it.
something more. Huh. Maybe they've come to hold Jingyuan accountable for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis?
I doubt it.
Hold him accountable? Come on, didn't the Law Fu fall victim to the disciples of Sanctus Medicus and the Antimatter Legion? Why would they blame the victim?
Don Shu's rebellion and Ventilia's scheming are merely one side of the story to the other Arbiter Generals of the Alliance. Only a single piece of incontrovertible evidence remains, creating an endless source of potential complications.
The Ambrosial Arbor.
Yes. It's undeniable that the plague mark, which was subdued by the Xianzhou Lo Fu, has resurfaced. But was it really a conspiracy instigated by the Antimatter Legion? Or
Yeah,
does it
I think
indicate
the
a traitorous
Antimatter
intent
Legion just
from
wanted to
within
destroy the Lao
Lo
Fu.
implicating Jingyuan himself? Once the
I
spark
really
of
don't
suspicion
think.
is kindled,
I mean, I know Nanook is like a
it
god.
proves hard to extinguish.
He just doesn't seem like the kind of person who would try to like get rid of one person. You know, he just destroy. I don't know. We'll see.
The General must have had that in mind when he invited us to attend the war dance.
What was I thinking?
Of course, we're not getting a
Seriously.
vacation
Here I
to
was
watch a
looking forward
festival.
to a
No,
carefree
we're
and
gonna
enjoyable trip. And it seems wherever
solve
we
another
go,
conflict. Of
drama is
course.
just around the corner.
Aw, I was so excited. I thought those Arbiter Generals were just here to see the ceremony. By the way, I heard that an alchemist from the Juming diplomatic ship has arrived, and rumors say that she's to be the new cauldron master of the Alchemy Commission on the Wafu.
An alchemist from the Zhu Ming serving as the cauldron master on the Lo Fu? While it's not unheard of, the timing itself...
Thanks
a
to
little
your
strange,
words,
yeah.
Mr. Dan Hung. Now I finally see the underlying tensions. The General is under tremendous pressure right now, but I was completely oblivious to his troubles. How naive of me.
Come on, don't think like that. Leave the adult matters to the adults. Even if you wanted to do something for the General,
He's
it's
a
not
long
like
life
you can do
species too, though,
anything.
isn't he? Isn't he like not actually technically a kid by our ages?
Did I say something wrong? Again?
Miss March is right. I don't have
Or
the
is he
skills
just a
to share the
human like
General's
the
burdens
general?
at
The only
moment.
reason the general doesn't age is because he's an
Still,
arbiter.
I'll do my best to follow his instructions. Let's go. Once I've taken you to your accommodations, I need to go to the Artisanship Commission to handle the IPC's protest.
He looks like he has a lot on his mind. We can't just let him go alone. Why don't we accompany you to the Artisanship Commission?
This is too much trouble. While I appreciate your kindness, dealing with the IPC's workers could be tricky. I'm afraid this will cause trouble for the Express.
No worries. We're pretty experienced in dealing with the IPC. You've heard of the 10 Stone Hearts? We've dealt with quite a few of them, right?
I mean, fair. We technically have. Brag all you want, but don't brag me into this.
Hey, who's bragging? Anyway, this time it'll just be a few ordinary IPC workers.
I love
Surely
March.
you don't think they'll be even trickier than Aventurine, do you?
Well, since you're willing to help, I won't decline your kindness. Let's head to the Artisanship Commission and meet them.
I actually really like March, Trailblazer, and Dan Heng's like dynamic. It's always really entertaining. I think that's why I like fell in love with StarRail like so easily compared to some of the other games. Like Genshin was always like really fun to explore and stuff, but I didn't really fall in love with the characters until like Leeway. But I instantly loved March, Dan Heng, and Trailblazer's kind of like interactions. Like they set the tone really, really early on.
Can I really reason with you Xianzhou people? I think I get it now. In your words, this is called looting a...
But I am trying...
Ugh, that toxic voice sounds familiar. Haven't I heard it before in Arum Alley?
You know what? This isn't my first time
Toxic
dealing with the
voice.
Skyfaring Commission. I can handle your unreasonable ways. But straight up snatching IPC cargo, isn't that going a bit too far?
Just as I've said it many times already. Once we've inspected the cargo and completed the security check, you can be on your way. Is there something wrong with your ears, or is it just your brain?
It really feels like they're
I'm
hiding
hearing you loud
something
and
in their
clear.
cargo.
I'm thinking clear, and my answer is crystal clear. Not a chance. Keep
Something's up
detaining
with
my
that cargo.
and I'll file
If they
a complaint
refused to let
directly
them
with your
search
general.
just to make sure they weren't like transporting something that would like bring the monsters, then they probably are responsible. It's the IPC. They're shady as fuck.
Don't think you can possibly convince me. Huh? Why are you here? Staying on the Xianzhou, are you? What terrible luck. Wherever you go, disasters aren't far behind.
It's kind of what I said earlier.
Aren't you the guest from
Bad
the
luck
Astral
like follows
Express?
us everywhere we
What
show
brings
up.
you and Yanqing to
Some
the
like
Artisanship
world-ending
Commission?
conflict is happening. I heard in your trouble.
They're in trouble? No, it's me. I'm the one in trouble.
Looks like you've met this IPC worker before.
I don't
I'm
remember
not sure
him.
If that's a good
Do you guys
or bad
remember
thing.
him?
I was sent here to deal with the IPC protest.
Was he in the main story before?
What's going on here?
Because I really don't.
As you know, this IPC transport ship was attacked by the Borisin and rescued by the Juming's diplomatic ship. Then the Cloud Knights were instructed to bring it back to the dock for repairs and inspections. And this is Mr. Scott, the person in charge of this transport ship.
So, you're Scott. I've heard him mention you. Weren't you kicked off the Lafu before? Why did you come back?
Oh, he was exiled?
Like I wanted to come back. I thought I'd just dock at the harbor for repairs and leave this forsaken place for good. Little did I know, as soon as the ship entered the harbor, a bunch of Cloud Knights showed up and snatched all our cargo from
So
the
you're
hold.
being petty.
What do you mean by snatched? I've told you 1,000,000 times. It's a security check.
Then why did you bring the cargo to the Artisanship Commission? You even brought in some shady craftsmen. It's obvious you're trying to steal the IPC's patented technology.
How are they supposed to
Listen
know
here.
everything that's in it?
Firstly,
Wouldn't artisans
the
know?
Skyfaring Commission detected
about
dangerous
goods and
items
stuff?
that could possibly be weapons in your cargo hold. That's why they called me here, to double check. Secondly, where the heck did you get the idea that I'm a shady craftsman?
Even if there are dangerous
Dude, you're
items,
burying
what do they have to
yourself
do
in
with
your
you?
own grave.
It's not even being shipped to the Lafu. We'll just fix the ship and be on our way. We won't unload our cargo here.
But you'll have to stay in the port for several days before your ship is repaired and you can take off again. How can we just leave unchecked items sitting here?
I understand, but we don't need to disassemble the cargo if it's just a security check, right?
In most cases, we don't. However, our scans discovered that the cargo doesn't only contain machinery, but also some substance that resembles biological tissue.
Biological tissue? Does this crate contain living things?
I'm afraid we'll need to wait for the Alchemy Commission for further confirmation. In any case, according
just
to our
bring monsters
regulations,
with
we
them?
need to unseal one of the crates for further examination. But this IPC specialist has been hindering us on the grounds of patent secrecy.
The Alliance's regulations on biological products are very strict.
If he was kicked off the Lawfu, then he already has a history here.
There is no way for the Skyfaring Commission
Especially if
to
he was
release the cargo.
exiled. Like, that's probably not helping their
really?
case.
Fine! If anyone lays a finger on that shipment, they'll have me to deal with. It doesn't matter if it's mechanical or biological. It's none of your business. I'm filing a complaint against the
It's something
Skyfaring Commission.
super shady that will 100% get you arrested, right?
This Mr. Scott seems stubborn and difficult to persuade. Honestly, I really don't want to have a vicious confrontation with the IPC.
Off with his head. Fastest way. Well, I know a thing or two about convincing Scott.
I heard how you helped R. O'Malley. The IPC representative back then was Mr. Scott, right? Since
I don't
you dealt
remember.
with him before, it looks like I'll have to rely on you again.
I actively don't remember this
What are
guy.
you guys whispering about
Maybe
over
I
there?
blocked it out
Just
if it
hurry
was a
up
part
and
of the
give
main
us back our
story.
cargo.
But I really don't remember. He was probably a side story. One of these. I hate these. Genshin has these sometimes. The debates.
As I recall, this guy won't listen to reason and can only be persuaded with intimidation. But he does seem to follow rules to some extent.
Speaking of regulations, we have our own laws and regulations too. According to Article 4...
I don't care.
The Alliance can sign a non-disclosure agreement with you. That way, you won't have to worry about any infringements, right?
We can sign a mutually acceptable non-disclosure agreement.
Well, that makes sense, but how can we trust... Even if we set aside the secrecy of intellectual property, these prototypes built by the Intelligentsia Guild are incredibly valuable.
I don't know.
I've taken Herta's curios and even destroyed Rom.
Listen up, brat. Don't think that your fancy connection to... Besides,
Okay.
cargo
Well,
on this
that was
transport
a fuck
vessel
up.
belongs...
I should have said the Skyfaring Commission.
Alright, we understand your position, but
We both need to follow the regulations, because...
Try to bribe him.
everyone has their own set of rules. Now that you're on their turf, shouldn't you follow their rules too?
Yeah, I get it. I know I'm on the Xianzhou, but if I violate the IPC regulations, I'll be in deep trouble when I get back.
You don't remember Scott? I don't. What is he from?
Well, you guys sure know how to argue your case.
I really don't.
Fine. I'll allow you to do the security inspection. It's just that, I need some time to sort things out. This is a big deal. Let me talk to headquarters first.
Yeah,
So,
don't leave him
Mr.
alone with the
Scott,
cargo. He's gonna
Are you
switch
just
it.
stalling for time and planning to leave the Xianzhou as soon as your ship is repaired?
Well, IPC staff are free to come and go, as long as they don't break any laws.
Yeah, you've got some insight there. Who are you again?
Oh, it's you.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Ling Sha, Cauldron Master and head of the Alchemy Commission on the Lawfu.
Could she be?
Yeah.
I
she's the
actually
new
really like how
Cauldron
they're
Master
not
assigned here from
hiding her
Xianzhou
like
Jumei.
scales and red skin.
I received a
Because in
report from the
Honkai Impact
Artisanship
3rd,
Commission
they made her
about
wear like a
cargo
really
containing
long
samples of
kimono and
unknown
long sleeves to
organisms.
cover that stuff.
It said they needed help
Because she was
from
like
the Alchemy
embarrassed by it and
Commission.
she was trying to blend in
I
with
had
humans.
nothing better to do, so I came myself. It's fine, Mr. Scott. If you really don't want your cargo to be inspected, it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? How can you say that?
Why are you being so nice all of a sudden? Well, since you're not going to check it, I'll take this crate and be on my way. Is that okay with everyone?
Yeah, sure. Why should I object?
Seems easy
Not only
from the
this sample,
event.
but all the goods on the transport ship are yours
In the
to
valley?
keep. Like I said, we won't inspect them.
Wait a minute!
Do you mean the ship event?
Well, that's more like it. If only the young displayed a more reasonable attitude, we could have sidestepped
still don't
that
remember
altercation
him.
just now. Our ship will leave in a few days once the engines are repaired.
Your ship can leave whenever you want, but I'm afraid I can't say the same for your cargo.
Damn.
According to the import and export regulations signed between the Cienjo and IPC, all biological shipments can only leave the port when they have confirmed to be of no threat, or when all biological activity expires. Since we can't determine if your shipment is safe for the environment, I guess we'll have to wait for its biological activity to expire. Let me check the previous cases. Normally, it'll only take around 47 star calendar years.
Damn.
Only 47 years?
That's nothing for a long life
Why
species.
so surprised? You're still young and full of energy. I'm pretty sure you'll live a few more decades. Have some confidence in yourself.
Ha! Typical of a long life species. Your words are dripping with sarcasm. While you may not care about time, I do. I'll be demanding double compensation from the Skyfaring Commission for every minute wasted.
Is it really wasted
Sure
if your
thing,
ship's
Mr.
still being
Scott.
prepared and can't
You
leave?
seem pretty confident that your career and life will last long enough to witness this victory unfold.
Step aside, guys. Let them do the inspection.
She got him.
Come on, we're already in enough trouble. Just let them do the security inspection. And if needed, I can always grovel before the Intelligentsia Guild later. I'm just using my head for what it's apparently good for.
I swear to God, if Dr. Ratio walks out. Thanks, bro. At least you wised up for once. March is
Well,
not.
honestly, at least you're not as annoying as that woman. Just get on with the inspection. Don't act all chummy with me now that you've got your way.
I didn't.
This lady is really something else.
Marge got the hot eyes.
Is this the IPC product?
Listen up. Any damages caused by inspections will be filed with the IPC.
Oh.
Turn it off.
Woke up. And it's attacking. Okay, here we go. It's like a mechanical version of those wolf things, but bigger.
Oh, how unexpected. That was a surprise.
Well, it's already weak to all of our elements.
This
So
combat
that's
needs
cool.
This is double speed.
Lightning, wind, and imaginary.
Spend freely. Another journey begins, destined for oblivion.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength.
On the still waters of oblivion, I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Oh, it's talking. That's unexpected. Didn't hear what it was saying, but it was talking.
Were you seriously planning to leave this stuff unchecked at the dock for days? That's way too dangerous.
We never accused Scott of being
I had
smart.
no idea about it. You must have accidentally triggered the cargo's defense program!
She poked it.
I don't think trying to shift the blame is a wise choice.
Yeah, no.
But seriously, I don't know why that thing suddenly started moving! I swear on the Amber Lord!
Enough. Miss Shikwe, please escort our IPC guest to the Skyfaring Commission.
I'm on it. Please follow me, Mr. Scott.
Back to prison.
Gentlemen, our preliminary inspection shows that there is indeed hidden biological tissues inside, just like the craftsman feared. I
So it's
can't
like
even
a mix
tell if it's
between
ingenium or
machine and
biological
biological?
in nature.
Why do you say that?
The core of this device is what they call wetware in industry slang. To put it simply, this machine operates with a kind of biological nerve as its control center.
Oh.
I'll take some samples for the alchemist to analyze and figure out where the biological tissue comes from.
Probably smart.
Why would the Intelligentsia Guild use such
But with the way
unethical
that it looks, I'm
technology?
assuming it's from those, like, dog
Perhaps they're
things that we
trying
just
to
fought
create a new
earlier.
weapon?
And that's why they probably attacked their ship.
Whatever the reason is, it's probably why the Borisin attacked the ship.
Exactly, yeah.
No wonder the IPC were trying to obstruct our inspection. I'll contact the Ten Lords Commission and ask the judges to come and give their final verdict on this. According to our rules, all prisoners and weapons involving dangerous creatures must be taken to the shackling prison for further sentencing. After all, it's the safest place on the Wafu. As for you, Mr. Craftsman, please go with the Cloud Knights and explain the situation to the judge.
This, like, took such a big
I had
turn.
a
Like,
feeling that the
especially
IPC
'cause
members would cause trouble.
we came
but
here to watch
I didn't
a
think
sword
it'd be
tournament.
This tricky.
And now we're getting
Thanks for your
wrapped up
help,
in
Miss Lingsha.
IPC trouble again.
I should thank you for saving my life. Your sword skills were impressive. Taking down that big guy. I thought the General's retainers were all burly martial masters. I didn't expect Yenqing to be so...
Young, cute.
Can't argue with that. As for you, you must be the guests from the Astral Express, right? Saving the Lafu from that crisis. It's so impressive.
She gives me grandma vibes.
It wasn't a big deal. Really. It's still
Kind of
early.
similar to Fuwa,
So why don't
even
we
though
get
she
some
looks
tea at the
young
Alchemy Commission?
and she
We
has
can
like
discuss your suggestions
young
for
acting moments.
revitalizing the
It's just like the
commission.
way she carries herself, you know?
I'd be happy to
Like
accept your
she'd
invitation.
100% go over and like pinch his
And
cheeks and,
you
be like,
three
"Oh,
are coming
you're so
too,
cute."
right?
I guess it makes sense for like a long life species like her, but like still, very funny. Alchemy Commission. Oh. What's up?
Hey! You're back! Why didn't you say anything in the group chat? I'm on duty. Let's catch up later.
Okay. You look so pretty when you're serious. Why are you standing guard? Alright, I'll leave you to it then. I'm not gonna hold her while she's on the
silly.
job.
Stop hanging around here and find something better to do. Once I'm done in a few
I love
days,
Shusheng.
call up Lil Gui and Wawa, and let's grab a meal at Aurum Alley. It's been ages since we hung out. Goodbye.
I'm here.
I actually think I like the StarRail version of her more than Honkai Beck Third, and I know blasphemy, but she's younger, she's cuter, she just
All these years.
acts more silly,
And the
you
view
know?
of the Alchemy Commission hasn't changed a bit. The tides come and go, but the ancient sea remains the same.
Plus we see her more often.
For us Vidyadhara, there's nothing more nostalgic than our homeland.
You're a Lofu native, Miss Lingsha?
Yes, I grew up here, listening to the sound of waves while researching prescriptions with my mentors and peers at the Alchemy Commission.
So she's
It's
another dragon
kinda
lady
sad, isn't it?
doctor.
Everything changes, but somehow remains familiar. Just like you, Don Hung. I traveled far from home, and now I've returned. Seeing the
The view here would be even better without the ambrosial arbor.
Oh, really? I think that towering tree looks pretty impressive.
Even if it's impressive, it's a plague mark. The Xianzhou have been fighting abominations for thousands of years. And now that the ambrosial arbor has been reborn,
In Honkai Impact
it's only
3, was
natural
it
for everyone to feel uneasy.
her or her sister, the one who wears blue?
Once
Which one
a
had
seed
the
is
snake
planted,
as a pet?
No
I thought it
matter
was the
how
red one,
long
but-
it takes, it'll, in my humble opinion, the rebirth of the ambrosial arbor and the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were inevitable. The seed was already planted when the ancestors of the Xianzhou sought immortality.
Why such a serious topic all of a sudden?
My bad. Well, since you went through the entire ambrosial arbor crisis firsthand, Dan Hung and Lieutenant Yan Qing, I'd like to discuss something with you.
What would you like to discuss, Miss Linksha?
I was lucky enough to be chosen by the Alliance to come in and clean up all the old grime in the Alchemy Commission.
Ah, gotcha.
Honestly, the Alchemy Commission is riddled with problems and has reached a point where fixing it seems impossible. I'm looking to remedy this problem, but was wondering if you could provide any insights.
Well, even though I'm a Vidyadharan like you, I'm an outsider, just like my companions here. I can't
Guess
really
what
say much about a
opinion?
remedy, but I do have a piece of advice.
I
Miss Linksha.
chose for her? What?
The Vidyadhara and the Alchemy Commission on the Luofu have always been intricately connected. If you cannot distance yourself from these ties, Miss Linksha, changing the situation within the Alchemy Commission may be quite challenging.
I may not know about politics, but I do know that the disciples of Sanctus Medicus have been operating within the Alchemy Commission for years.
Yeah,
If you're
it's like
determined
filled
to
with
root them out,
corruption.
maybe you should discuss it with the general.
I see. Thank you for your valuable insights. While the Lux Arrow from the Rainbow possesses unparalleled power to sever the ambrosial arbor, it can't sever
she has a
mortals'
little snake
desire to
charm on her arm.
prolong
Maybe
their
it was her.
existence.
It's a cute little reference.
Just like how the Cloud Knights can eliminate the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus
I thought it was
Medicus,
supposed to be like smoke.
but are unable to calm the hearts and minds of the people within the Alchemy Commission. Our Xianzhou forebears knew this well, and that's why they entrusted the duty of guarding the roots of the arbor to the Vidyadhara. However, the Vidyadhara are still only mortal beings. 30 years ago, my mentor served as Alchemy Commission's Cauldron Master. She recognized the emerging undercurrents and sought to cleanse the source of the disturbance.
Guess
Unfortunately,
what option I show for
even
her?
though she was skilled in the art of
What?
healing, she didn't understand the human heart or how to eliminate the sickness lurking within the depths of the Alchemy Commission. In the end,
For
she was framed and exiled
Shushan?
to the Juming.
Did you flirt with her?
I was also implicated and had to leave the Luofu. And guess who arbitrated the case and handed down the sentence? None other than General Jing Yuan himself.
What?
You heard it right. The ones responsible for the corruption in the Alchemy Commission are not just the remnants of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, but even the Divine Foresight himself.
Even the general can be deceived.
Alas, why is your face turning pale, Yanqing? Don't worry about it. I understand that when someone holds a position of power, they may sometimes have to make tough decisions. I won't hold any personal grudges against him. Besides, at our age, holding personal grudges is a luxury we can't afford.
Yeah.
Lingsha, you're back! I've been waiting ages for you.
Her again.
Yun Li, why aren't you with your grandpa?
What brings you to the Alchemy Commission? Well, let me take this opportunity to introduce you to Yanqing.
What a small world. You stole my sword! Give it back!
I see. Let's skip the introduction part then.
Why do I keep bumping into you? Are you stalking me or something?
More like you keep showing up
Of
where we
course not.
are.
Unlike you, Miss Yunli, I have important things to take care of. You, on the other hand, seem to have all the time in the world to wander around without returning my sword.
Grandpa used to say that a sword reflects its master. I talked to your sword, and it told me that you've been distracted. You hesitate when you should strike, and you struggle to stay calm when your sword is unsheathed. Now that I see you again, I realize your sword was right. It wasn't me who took your sword.
To your sword?
It was you who lost focus.
Do you really expect me to believe that nonsense? I've been taking it easy on you because you're a guest from the Juming, but you're not taking the hint. Don't people from the Juming know you're supposed to return what you've borrowed?
Just look at this flying sword. Even if I gave it back to you now, it'd just be taken away again in a few hours. You know the Cloud Knight saying, a Cloud Knight must never let slip their weapon. Yes? Well, sure, I can give it back to you now, but on the battlefield, that's a whole different story. Poor flying sword.
He controls them.
You don't have to give it back.
He surfs
because
on them.
I'll
They
take
fly
it back
around. He
myself.
controls them. Oh, to be young and the whims of impulse.
Between these two, who do you think is tougher? Don't get me wrong, I'm just curious.
I really feel like the pompous ass is
ready
gonna
to
get her
separate
ass
them.
handed to her.
It is my first day at the Alchemy Commission. A brawl is definitely not how I imagined celebrating it.
Well, since you don't approve, I won't draw my sword here.
I didn't mean it in that way. Since you've already drawn your swords, you'd be disappointed if you didn't get to test one another, right? I've received reports that the delves near the Alchemy Commission are still infested with abominations. Seems like my predecessors left quite a mess. So, if you two want to determine who's better, why not focus on them instead of each other?
Clearing out some abominations? Sounds boring.
It's the Cloud Knight's duty to eliminate those abominations. You don't have to ask me twice, Miss Lingsha. I'll help you get rid of them.
Oh, you think you're the only one who knows how to behave?
Kind of.
If Lingsha needs anything,
He's angry
I'll gladly draw
at
my
you,
sword and help her
sure,
out.
but he's still doing his job
It's
instead
so
of hunting you
heartwarming
down.
to see both of you being so sweet and caring. So then, shall we get going?
I forgot. Let's go. Oh my god. Oh.
Ever since the disciples of Sanctus Medicus were eradicated, their experimental abominations have been festering here. If you want a contest, I'll be the referee. The one who kills the most abominations within an hour wins.
Lingsha, as always, you're still an expert in making unpaid work sound so noble and grand.
It's for your own good, little Yunli. While you desire to compete against each other, I don't want to see either of you getting hurt.
That's really thoughtful of you, Cauldron Master.
So, are you both ready?
I guess. Oh, this team, no. just no. Shoot. Yanqing is fine. question is, who do I put with him? I need, first off, Flop and
Any
Adventurine.
justification here for you to unsheath your blade, Emanator?
Because the shield is better with Yanqing than a healer. The question is, who do I put in with him? Let's do Topaz, and if we're gonna use Topaz, we're gonna use
on
Robin.
this one. I suppose an extra pair of eyes won't hurt.
Ugh. Looks like my predecessors left. Let me say it again. Be careful when you draw your sword.
Okay, let's go.
Can we start?
May song bring us victory. Resonate all together. Tonight, stars echo.
Welcome to...
How many can you block? Bladed flight.
I didn't expect someone who can't even hold on to a sword to actually have some skill.
The market is unpredictable.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
I hit the mark.
Time for swordplay. Strike with heart. Descend to earth.
Oh, damn.
Watch your head. Hedge your bets. Spend freely. The dice have been cast. Bust. Or maybe I'll take it
This
off.
is every time I use Robin. I can't help it. I love this song. It's so good. Let it
I hope we're meant to strengthen the world. How many can you block? Bladed flight.
No dirty tricks, alright. Watch your head.
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Let the valuation begin.
Strike with heart. Through clouds. May song bring us victor. Resonate all together.
Welcome to my...
Stars echo. Time for swordplay.
Easy, Numby.
Liquidation.
Sure, I'll play along.
Let it shut
Bladed flight.
No risk,
The
high
dice have
reward.
been cast. Bust.
How many rounds are there?
Or maybe I'll take it off. Watch your head.
The market is unpredictable.
Right! Investing in victory means playing the long game!
Hedge your bets.
Through clouds.
They seem pretty evenly matched, if you ask me.
Harmony and unison. How many can you block? Strike with heart. Practice is over. Swords descend.
No risk, high reward.
Bladed flight. I win, Miss Yun Li.
You got lucky.
Nah, you're just arrogant and
Why
can't
don't you just
accept
give me
defeat.
back my sword, sincerely apologize, and then go cry your eyes out to your grandpa?
Okay, that's a little bit uncalled for,
Consider
Yanqing.
yourself
I know she's been a
lucky
bitch,
that I'm
but like,
not
calm down.
interested
Take it
in
down a
your
notch.
rusty
Don't stoop
sword,
down to her level.
Because I don't have the nasty habit of snatching other people's weapons.
All you did was chop down a few monsters. Don't get carried away with yourself. If you think you can just take this sword from my hand, go ahead and try.
Are we gonna fight? Oh! She's just swinging a big sword around. I knew this was gonna happen. Come on, Yinching. That was so cool.
Well fought, my young friends.
Oh, her eyes
both
are
of you
so
have
pretty.
shortcomings. One of you focuses on dodging and weaving, while the other relies on brute strength, trying to take down targets with a single strike.
Who are you?
Me? I'm just a patient seeking medicine from the Alchemy Commission. A passerby, if you will.
No, you wait.
I thought I'd see my fill of impressive fights during the war dance. Yet here I am, able to witness a remarkable fight at the
I kind of
Alchemy
really
Commission,
want her.
of all places.
She's really
Well,
cool.
the
Especially
law
her and
firm
her
is
weapon.
never short of surprises. However, I have a small suggestion for you. Why don't you settle this dispute fair and square in the war dances ring? That way, you can resolve your differences with a proper duel and put your grudges behind you.
Grudges? No, not at all. Yunli and I, we were just sparring.
Sparring? You summoned your flying swords and she swung her sword with full strength. No grudges between you. I don't believe it.
Yeah, I don't either. No one's buying what they're selling.
Aha! What brings you here, Lady Fei Xiao? Have you finished your health consultation with the Dragon Lady? Fei Xiao? Grandpa always talks about you. Could it be that you are...
Oh yeah.
The Merlin's Claw of the Xianzhou Yao Qing?
Looks like I'm quite famous on the Xianzhou Luofu, too.
Of course you would be.
Of course.
When you're a living
Everyone
legend.
has heard of the great general. Known to all, and unbeknown to none.
Great General. Isn't that title a bit too narcissistic? I don't like it.
She gives me Beto energy.
Ooh.
But also
I heard
not.
there's a
She's like more put
dozing
together,
general on the
you know?
Luofu. So I came up with a humble nickname for myself. The Lacking General. Lacking in worries, regrets,
But
and
she's like very
rivals.
like free-spirited and
Sounds
strong
much
and
better,
confident. But she knows how to dress. She knows how to look
Yeah,
the part of a
That's a befitting
general
title that sounds
and
both
everything.
humble and impressive. Now that the sparring session is over, Yanqing and Yunli, shouldn't you politely thank General
really like
Fei
her
Xiao for
coat.
her guidance and bury the hatchet? Here's your sword. Keep it safe.
She's a
Or
Foxian,
like it
but does
taken
not have
away
a
again.
tail. Not all
By the
Foxians
way,
have tails, do
we
they?
haven't settled the score yet. I'll defeat you fair and square next time we fight.
This is how she apologizes?
She's a warrior.
Well,
Could it be that she
I
just
finally
lost
got my
her
sword
tail?
back. I should report to the seat of divine foresight. I'll take my leave, General Fei Xiao. Oh, by the way, Miss Linksha, if you've got some free time, I'd like to invite you to the seat of divine foresight for a chat with General Jing Yuan. I think there's more to those personal grudges you mentioned earlier.
Damn, he sniffed it out a little bit, didn't he?
Thanks for stepping in, General Fei Xiao. Otherwise, I'd have had to knock them out with my incense.
Not at all. Just doing what you asked. How about we call it even as payment for the healer lady's
I
consultation?
don't know if she lost it, yeah. I'm sure we'll learn more about her when she comes out.
But even a general needs
She
to
could
pay
just
their
be
bills.
like half human.
We don't do credit.
You know what I mean?
And let's not forget,
Like
you'd
if
have
her
been
mom
waiting
was a
decades for a
foxy and her
chance
dad
to see
was
the
a
Dragon
human,
Lady if it weren't
she
for
might have
me.
just been born without a tail.
Well, you can always send the bill to the seat of divine foresight and say it's for mentoring those kids. After all, it was quite the effort splitting them up. I nearly had to get tough. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find a spot and get some fresh air.
She's really pretty. I really like her design. Like, I know I already said that, but I just want to mention that again because I am planning on pulling for her. I did say this earlier. Her stats, I think, are a little higher than Acheron's base stats because she's single target, and single targets they do usually make their
Back
skills
already?
stronger
You've met with Jing Yuan and wandered around for
because
a few hours.
you're
So, what do you think?
you're sacrificing speed for more damage kind of situation. But because Acheron's blossom, I don't know what those are called. I can't remember. Strike streams or whatever. Acheron is still, I think, technically better, especially if you have her E2. But I don't know. She's not out yet, so obviously we don't have her finished kit to look at. We just have like the beta kits and stuff like that. And she just seems like a single target Acheron, in all honesty, and that's really cool.
It appears that the Divine Foresight is using this war dance as a show of strength to convince everyone that the Luofu is prospering after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis.
But... I know you're going to say but, right?
But the influx of people attending the war dance is like a breeding ground for disorder and rumors. One wrong move, and the Luofu could be in a world of chaos.
The Cloud Knights on the streets remain
Mose,
vigilant.
that's his
So at the
name.
very least, General
really
Jing
want Mose
Yuan
as
is
well.
aware of this. As for other matters, I'm unable to say.
I think they could have used him better,
I'd prefer
though.
to be excused
He's
from
an
future
assassin.
meetings with generals.
Like, that's his whole thing.
I'm just a military
Him
healer.
walking up
and now
as a
all
diplomat
of a sudden I'm thrust onto the center stage.
doesn't really make
having
sense.
Cordial chats
You know
with
what I
two
mean?
generals.
It would have made more sense if he would have stayed in the shadows.
My work doesn't lend itself to being in the
To
limelight
do, like,
either.
his spy work and gather information.
Just stop whining. At least you're in one piece, right?
Then again, they're not in, like, an enemy territory or anything.
Before getting in
but-
touch with General Jing Yuan, I wanted to put aside my assumptions and see his momentum. That includes the overall bearing of the Cloud Knights in the street, what people are saying, and how those close to him behave.
The might of an army dwells not within its pawns,
my team
but
for
within
her
the
will be
force of its
Topaz,
collective momentum.
How, and I don't know who
Recognizing
else.
this fact reveals the true measure of power. Thanks for enlightening me, General.
A perfectly clear statement turned confusing.
If you're
as
gonna
to your
use
translation.
Topaz, if you have Robin
You've made me
or
lose
Ruan
my
May,
words now.
I hate
Anyway,
her. But
this is how I operate in battle. so you
she's
might as
really
well get
good
used
with
to it.
follow-up attackers.
Are you treating General Jingyuan as your enemy?
The longest-serving general of the Xianzhou Luofu. Do you think he'd have only a few enemies?
By the way, General, you met the healer lady, yes? Could you show me the medicine she prescribed you?
Is she sick?
Well, the healer lady couldn't do anything about my condition. She just told me to enjoy some tasty food.
So not even the famed healer lady could help?
What's wrong with her?
Don't worry. I'll fulfill my promise and find a way to cure you. Actually, I've found some leads.
Well, life and death, Zhao Chou. It's all predetermined. Upon starting my military career, I made a pledge that the rest of my life would be dedicated to being the Xianzhou spearhead, hunting down the abominations of abundance till the end of my days. As long as I can fulfill that deep-seated desire,
It's really
I don't
crazy in
care
there.
how long I live. You asked if I view General Jing
I don't have
Yuan
ramen. That's why I
as
said
my
Ruan May
enemy.
as well.
No. My real enemy has always been myself.
You could also use Silverwolf for bosses, because Silverwolf is just generally really good for bosses.
Enjoy some tasty food.
Like
So,
how buffs your
what's
team
for dinner tonight?
and can cleanse all the debuffs and stuff. Topaz can be your sub DPS doing follow-up attacks and doing chip damage. And then Silverwolf could debuff, lower the defense, speed, and attack of the boss you're fighting so that your main DPS can come in and just do a shit ton of damage on her ult. Or like I said, you could use her on May, get an extra turn of down, increase your people's speed so the enemy doesn't get as many turns. It's kind of the apply of Robin as well. If you have Robin, I know Galaxy you don't, but just in general, if you have Robin, you can use her in a very similar way.
Jeez. You really know how to read the room, don't you?
You guys figure it out for yourselves. I'm due to catch up.
I think
with
I
an
want her
old
just
war
because of her
friend
eyes. They're so
I've
pretty.
Not seen for quite a long time.
And she's the next big character.
Hey! Was that the Yaoqing general who just dropped in out of nowhere? Oh, she's so awesome! I mean, when Yun Li swung that massive sword, she just casually blocked her attack with ease.
Didn't she just like grab it with her
Mine
fingertips?
too.
Yeah. But to go up against Yun Li is quite impressive, you know? That aura of heroism and grace. It almost makes me want to learn Xianzhou swordplay.
Do it!
You think so too, right?
Do it, March! Yep, those moves were famous.
I agree. General Fei Xiao is indeed impressive.
I really want to try.
I was talking about Yenching,
I
actually.
really want to try Hunt March.
Thanks for the kind words,
I heard
Miss
she's really
March.
good.
The war dance is coming up, and I've been chosen to represent the Cloud Knights in the ceremony. I've
I heard
had my
Hunt
fair
March
share
can do
of
like
defeats lately, and
500k,
even
which
though
is
I know there are
decent
always
for like
more skilled
a 5-star.
swordmasters out there, seeing General Fei Xiao's skills today has made me feel a bit uneasy again.
Don't
You'd have to
underestimate
build your team
yourself.
around her to do that, but
After all, generals won't fight in the ring during the war dance. Just remember the state of mind you had.
I
when
heard
you
she's pretty much as
single-handedly
good as
took on
Yang
me
Ching, and he's like
and
an original
Blade,
5-star,
putting
but he's
life and
still a
death
5-star.
aside. With that
So the
mindset,
fact that a 4-star is going to match him,
you can prevail
it's pretty
against
impressive.
most challengers.
They're really trying
I see. Thanks for the
push
advice,
people into
Master
using
Danhan.
March.
By the way, now that today's events are over, General Jing Yuan wants to invite all of you to the seat of
I
divine
wish I had
foresight.
Robin, but
He has something
Firefly's the next
important
patch.
to
I
discuss.
understand. I understand. Oh, I do.
I bet it's about how to deal with the generals from the Yaoqing and the Zhuming.
I really don't want to get caught up in grown-up games so soon. I just hope Generals Fei Xiao and Huayan can see the truth. We don't need any more chaos on the Luofu before the war dance.
Especially because if you don't have Jade, you can use Robin. And if you don't have Robin, you can use Shura Mei. Like, those are like 3 really good supports for Firefly. I didn't get Jade. Unfortunate. She's really good with Firefly.
Star skiff service.
Which kind of sucks. But so my team for Firefly is, of course, Harmony Trailblazer, Robin, and Adventurine, just because I like using Adventurine over Healer 90% of the time.
What is your purpose for entering the
But
seat
Branya
of
works good
divine
with her, too.
foresight?
And just if I want to increase her damage some. Don't have to. But the speed boost so she can get more turns is also nice.
It's getting...
Earlier at the Palace of Astral, I introduced these guests from the Astral Express to you, Elder White. But with all the people around, we only exchanged pleasantries. Now, I'd like to officially introduce them to you. These 3 braved great dangers, accompanying me to perilous places, defeating the chief culprit Vantilia, and uncovering the conspiracies of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. If you wish to know more, please, feel free to ask us.
Well, I skimmed through the reports about the Arbor's rebirth from the Master Diviner Hu Xuan.
The old guy's gonna be playable,
She's been
right?
summoned to the
I heard he
for
is.
Questioning.
Which
There
is
are a lot of
awesome.
doubts
The Hoyo
within the
First Games
Alliance about
doesn't
this whole
usually do
situation.
that.
But despite all that, I believe in you. Since you joined the ranks, you have repeatedly achieved remarkable feats. After the High Cloud Quintet each went their separate ways, despite the many criticisms within the Alliance, the Marshal still stood firm against the dissenting voices and entrusted the Lawfu to you. Over the years, you've served the Alliance with loyalty and wisdom. You've taken down abominations in Thalassa, rescued the Xianzhou Yuchui from a siege, and destroyed the demonic planet summoned by the denizens of abundance. I still remember those battles vividly. There are fools who doubt your loyalty. They're happy to see the divine foresight fail because it gives them some kind of sick satisfaction. They haven't
People are
achieved
just like that,
anything
especially
of
when
their
someone
own.
has been
They
in
feed
charge
off
for
the
so
failures
long
of
and has
others.
been successful at it. People will jump on any opportunity to see you fail.
I've
They're-
seen enough failures in my
People are
time.
not happy when other people
I want
succeed.
to believe
It's
that your
so
loyalty
stupid.
has never wavered.
Humanity sucks. But it's true.
So, General Fei Xiao of the Yao Qing is the only one investigating the Ambrosial Arbor crisis on behalf of the Alliance?
No. I am too.
Obviously.
This old man's words always catch me off guard.
I feel like they basically confirmed that
The
earlier,
Marshal
though.
ordered me to
They just didn't
to
come out
the
and say it.
Xianzhou Lawfu. But the document only says, attend the war dance and listen to Fei Shao's
That's why the general
questioning.
sent us out. So they could talk.
No need for that. You're all important witnesses. The Marshal is well aware of Jing Yuan's purpose in holding the ceremony, and understands the situation he is facing. She mentioned it because she believes both issues are important.
Thanks for your kindness and sincerity, Elder Huayan. But is it appropriate to tell everyone here about the Marshal's orders?
By introducing the Express's witnesses to me alone, aren't you aiming to discern the intentions behind both my actions and Fei Shao's? And whether there's any discord between us?
I feel like Fei Xiao is not really
being
out
open
to
and
like
honest with you.
get him or anything. I feel like it's
Encourage you
more
young
like
folk to do the same.
her position
As
is
for
going to
the
make her
Ambrosial
have to
Arbor
look into
crisis,
it.
All I need to do is listen.
And she's obviously
General Fei Xiao
very
will be the one asking the questions.
willing
be
to do
honest,
her
I'm
job.
more concerned about the timely start of
She
the
seems
war.
like the kind of person who acts
Oh,
like she doesn't care
by
about
the
her
way,
job very often.
I've prepared a
like how
gift
like
for
strong
the
and like
war
powerful
dance.
she is. Like she acts laid back, but she takes everything she does super seriously. So she like gives everything 100%. You know what I mean? So of course she's gonna fully investigate and do all that kind of stuff. But I don't feel like personally she's really out for the Laofu or anything like that. We've only interacted with her for like 5 minutes, but that's just kind of the vibe I got from her.
Yes, it's this case right here.
Did I hear humanity sucks? Yeah.
There will be
Human
numerous
nature.
contests and celebrations during the war dance, and the main event will be the ringmaster's
Is this March's new outfit or sword?
The host will dispatch a skilled warrior to take on challengers from all over the cosmos, showcasing the excellent martial arts of the Xianzhou Lawfu. When you mentioned that the Astral Express would be attending the ceremony, I thought the High Elder of the Lawfu would be the ringmaster.
You humor me, Elder Huayan. The healer lady is just a young lady who knows nothing about martial arts. How can I assign her as the ringmaster?
I'm no match to you when it comes to joking.
What's this box for? Why don't you open it, General Huayan?
This sword case is intended for the War Dance's award. It's empty now, but in a few days, a precious sword will be delivered and stored inside.
Ah.
I don't mean to boast about our skills, but this sword represents the pinnacle of the Ju-Ming's craftsmanship. It has a legendary history,
March is
full
gonna
of
get it,
heroic
right?
tales from foreign lands.
It's gonna be
Tales
March's
too
sword, right?
detailed to be summarized in just a few words. Since the delegation delivering the sword hasn't arrived yet, I'll just leave the case here for now. I've been wondering who would be worthy of such a sword. And then it hit me. I can award it to the champion of the Ringmaster's Challenge. The ceremony's champion is sure to be a perfect match for the sword. Moreover, I hear that Yen Xing is an excellent swordmaster, and that he will be representing the Lawfu as the Ringmaster, so it seems like a perfect gift for him.
Thank you for your generosity, Elder Huayan.
Only if he wins,
If
though.
you want to give me a sword, just say the word, Grandpa. No need to beat around the bush.
You've got confidence, my girl, but I don't think you can best Yen Xing.
I know you're all about swords, Miss Yun Li. It's just a shame that it's the sword that ultimately chooses its rightful master.
Yeah, and even if someone gets their hands on such a precious sword, it'll probably end up in someone else's.
The outcome of our duel at the Alchemy Commission is still up in the air. Since you're interested,
admitted that
why
you guys
don't you
duked it
represent
out
the
in the
Xianzhou
middle of the Alchemy
Ju-Ming and
Commission
challenge
in
me
front of
in
the
the
generals?
ring?
Stupid.
Exactly what I had in mind. Nobody knows who's gonna come out on top. It could be me, could be someone else. It'll probably be me. But whatever happens, it won't be
The
you.
third most cute. I'm the third most pro-humanity person in the world. Why the third?
Not to be rude or anything. We've been watching their drama. I'm dying to find out who beats who.
Yan Qing, he asked you to get his sword back.
Quiet down. We have other guests here. I've prepared this sword to add some excitement to the ceremony, not to have you two squabble. It's not a good look for the Alliance.
Nope.
While you both seem confident that you'll win, you need to remember there can only be one winner and one loser in the ring, which could lead to hard feelings. Naturally, I have an idea. We don't know who the winner will be, and it might not be either of you. But if you're eyeing that prize, you'll need to work together. I want you to take on an apprentice who will take part in the war dance and win at least one match.
How does that make sense?
In my humble opinion, while a Cloud Knight is
They're
commendable
very
by
similar,
securing
actually.
victories,
Except for
it's
she's
even more
more
so to pass on
puffy.
your skills and spread
I
the
don't know if
way
that makes
of
sense.
swordplay.
She's more arrogant.
I'd be greatly pleased if this apprentice
Because of
would
her, like, brute
represent the
strength and
Express
everything.
in the war dance by displaying their Cloud Knight flair. and prowess.
But he's still kind of childish, too.
Well, Elder Huayan's idea is quite interesting. Imparting swordplay skills requires teamwork.
Now for it.
Both the winner and the
Where
loser
does that
will
number
learn
come
a
from
valuable
exactly?
lesson regardless of the outcome. The question is, whom should the two of them take as an apprentice?
March. Her face.
Who? Wait, me?
You said you wanted to learn.
I noticed just now that Miss March seemed quite interested in the outcome of your sword fight. So I thought, why not teach her the art of swordplay?
Oh, wait. Are you serious, General?
You can do it, March.
Why am I being dragged into this all of a sudden? I've never practiced swordplay before. I'm a total newbie. You really think I can learn it? Well, you'll probably realize I have no hope and give up on me. And that'd be so embarrassing.
I mean, you fight with a bow pretty well. Just accept your fate, March.
Isn't this a perfect chance for you? I remember you mentioning that you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Yeah.
You did it in such a mocking
did
tone.
say
Did
that.
you hear that?
But
The
this is
inflection.
all happening so quickly.
He said
Don't
it
you
so
think?
sarcastically. That was so funny. I heard you wanted to learn some sword moves.
Miss March is like a piece of jade in the rough, just waiting to be shaped. The
It's
war
just
dance
your
is the
personal
perfect
opinion.
opportunity to see what heights
Alright.
she can reach.
Then who's 1, 2, and 3?
I appreciate your kind words, General YN. But won't teaching me swordplay be a waste of Yanqing and Yunli's time? They should be preparing for the ceremony. Plus, I heard that each swordmaster has their own special moves. What if they let something slip while teaching me? If everyone knows each other's tactics, won't that make it hard to catch people off guard during the war dance?
That's considerate of you, March 7th. But don't worry. It'll take you at least a decade of hard training before you can even start learning special moves. No need to freak out. A few Juming swordplay tricks will mean you'll be more than equipped.
There.
Really?
Looks like March's curiosity has been piqued.
You can do it,
The
March.
whole point is to know each other's moves. Defeating your opponent in just one move? How boring would that be? Plus, what really decides a swordsman's fate isn't some special move. It's the solid fundamentals.
So Miss Yunli has
YouTuber I
already
watch
agreed.
is third. Okay.
What do you say, Yanqing?
General, I haven't graduated yet. How can I be qualified to teach swordplay to others?
It's actually a really good way.
So you're admitting your defeat, huh? If you're not even confident to teach, why don't you let
A
me
lot
be the
of,
ringmaster instead?
A lot of classes and stuff, and this isn't just for swordplay, it's for like general stuff as well. When you have a couple years of experience doing something, a lot of times they'll have you mentor someone else to get the hang of it. Because it not only makes you pay attention to the basics again, but it also like makes you like, I don't know how to like describe it, like pay attention to your form, I guess in this situation, to like make sure they're doing it correctly. I guess running down the basics again, same thing I just said. But we kind of had that when I was in college as well. I didn't do it personally, but you could like join this like mentor program. My friend did it. Basically, it was more so for the equipment. Like you could have someone teach you how to use the equipment at the school, all that kind of stuff. Because we did a lot of 3D printers, we did a lot of sawing and everything, and little construction projects. And they can like teach you how to do that kind of stuff. And they said it really helped them, so like I get it.
Yanqing, teaching an apprentice is also a way of honing your own skills and gaining insights.
Or I could have just
You've
pressed
been an
enter
apprentice
and
for
let
years.
him say the exact same
It's
thing.
about time you looked at swordplay from another perspective.
I see, General. Then count me in.
Now that Yanqing has agreed too, it all comes down to Miss March giving her nod.
It's up to
You can do
you
it,
to
March.
make the final decision, March.
Fine. Time for you to become the best swordsmaster on the Express.
At least that way, I won't have to worry about you accidentally shooting me in the butt all the time.
Hey, I've never missed my target.
Which means
Then
it wasn't
I'm
an
on board.
accident.
Thank you for your kindness, General YN.
Which means she shot him in the butt on
Great.
purpose.
Starting tomorrow, Yanqing and Yunli will teach you the basics of the Cloud Knight's swordplay. Yunli and I will head out and purchase some sword practice equipment for Miss March. Think of it as a little initiation gift.
You're too kind. Wait, you're giving me a gift? Shouldn't it be the other way around?
It's just an excuse to change your outfit for your new form.
General YN's gone. Wait, why does something feel off about what we talked about? I think we strayed off topic. How did things even get to this point?
So they have an excuse to give you a second
I
form
brought
like
you
everyone
here
else?
because the general said he had some important matters to discuss. But how in the world did Yoon Lee and I suddenly become Miss March's swordplay mentors?
Because General Hua Yan wants us to stick around on the Lo Fu for some time.
Wait, you know what I just realized? This is really funny. The Trailblazers started off as destruction. And then Dan Heng went from hunt to destruction. And then the Trailblazer went from destruction to preservation. And then March is going from preservation to hunt. They rotated. They rotated. I just realized that.
But from his point of view, we're no different from all the other tourists who may leave at any time. Since the crew's actions were mentioned in the Lo Fu's operations log were given to the Alliance, he probably wants to see firsthand if we're as capable as the report claims, or if we're just some made-up excuse to save face. And he wants to see it for himself during the war dance, which is why he even dragged Yun Li into this. What began as a simple contest between two sword masters has now evolved into you two collaborating to mentor March.
Elder Huayan is still that tricky general who likes to give everyone a headache. My apologies.
Or he's just an old bored guy.
I invited all of you to the ceremony because I wished for you to act as my witnesses. Now, I apologize for not disclosing this information earlier. In the coming
Kind of
weeks,
obvious, too.
I'll also invite all of you to a meeting with General Fei Xiao, where you may need to answer her questions and clear up any doubts she might have. So please, be prepared for the meeting.
No worries. Not a problem answering some questions.
Don't worry, General. No matter what happens, I'm prepared to stay here as the Express's witness and answer any questions.
Thank you, everyone.
General,
I feel like Don Hung would
know
do
there
pretty much
isn't
anything.
much I can do to share your burden.
Didn't you ask him to?
But-
Because he still feels guilty.
As the Lawfu ringmaster, I won't let anyone defeat me in the war dance.
I know.
Maybe I'm just being biased, but I really hope Yangqing actually wins.
The illustrious Merlin's Claw waiting for me? And for so long, too?
Been a while.
It's quite an honor. It's been a while, General Fei Xiao. It's been 30 years since we last saw each other. Right, Yukong? Yes. Back then, you were the vanguard of the Yao Qing's Verdant Knights, and I was a pilot of the Lo Fu's Rainbow Orbit Fleet. Who would have thought that upon
So they
meeting
fought in the military
again,
together.
you'd be a general, and I'd have given up flying. Really does feel like a lifetime ago. Well, I wouldn't say I haven't seen you in 30 years. After all, your great victories are announced through the Yellow Bell resonance system every day. So I'm well aware of your great feats. How's your health holding up? Still stable, I suppose. Do you still remember the medic who saved me in battle? That healer with the odd name and peculiar temperament. What was his name again? Was it Pichu? Or Kaqiu? Jiao Chou. He's been my retainer and personal healer, delegated by the Alchemy Commission from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Over the years, he's dedicated himself to managing my condition.
Good
It's
night.
thanks
Good
to
night,
him
Galaxy.
I'm still
Thanks
in
for
good
stopping
health
by.
today. Given my background, I'm happy to have made it this far. I'm relieved to know that you're safe and sound. Well then, since you and Elder Hua Yan are here, I imagine you must have received orders from the Marshal? As your friend, may I ask how the Alliance intends to punish the General of the Lawfu? The Arbor's rebirth has frightened the elders who lurk behind the scenes. They fear the resurgence of abominations, much like what happened 30 years ago. Although the report from the Lawfu explained all the details, we don't know if the Ruin Legion really invaded, or how exactly the Stellaron Hunters and the Astral Express became involved. This puzzle has many missing pieces. As you know, the fugitive Jing Liu, who mysteriously disappeared many years ago, has resurfaced. This time, she has brought along an outworlder and a coffin, claiming to offer the Marshal a method to fight against the Eons. The Lawfu Preceptor has also leveled accusations against Jing Yuan for neglecting the Alliance's principles. She asserts that Jing Yuan enabled the exiled Imbibitor Lunae to re-enter the Lawfu, thereby unlocking the lunarescent depths within Scale Gorge Waterscape, which in turn disrupted the Vidyadhara's dutiful watch over the Ambrosial Arbor. It is for these reasons that I have come here to the Lawfu today. Well, duty calls.
She said all that with not
Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned
breaking that
this
mask.
to an uninvolved person. But since we once
At least
fought
I
together,
assume it's a mask.
didn't want to keep you in the dark.
Her facial expression doesn't change.
Perhaps pretending you didn't hear any of this.
Which is weird because like they're usually pretty expressive. in
I
StarRail.
understand. I'm sorry. I was out of line. I know I shouldn't be
Maybe it's the
defending
permanent
General
like
Jing Yuan
half
right
smile
now.
she has on with the eyes, but
You know how I am. The Lawfu has enjoyed centuries of stability since the end of the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, much of which can be attributed to General Jing Yuan's masterful strategizing. Unfortunately, for long-life species, enduring through the ages always culminates in a failure that undoes all previous achievements, a moment that our adversaries relish.
That's true. And that's why I'm also here for another purpose. To
Okay, what
visit
is it?
Hule.
Hule?
Hule? You mean that Hule? The Borisin warhead? The same Hule who has been imprisoned in the Shackling prison for over 7 centuries?
The
Why?
nemesis of the Foxians who will never be forgiven and shall be imprisoned until the end of the cosmos.
What did he do that he's imprisoned
Remember the exact
forever?
wording, but yes, the very same Hule.
Usually, only emissaries from the Xianzhou Yaoqing Skyfaring Commission visit him once every century. Why do you have to visit him now, of all times?
It's like
The
he has, like, swords
Foxians and
sticking
the
in him.
Alliance made a pact to combat the abominations, aiming to achieve justice and free their kin. That werewolf monster is to be forever imprisoned in the dark recesses of the Shackling prison, facing unending retribution.
For what?
Given the situation on the Lawfu, those on the Yaoqing are concerned about Hule's imprisonment. I'm afraid that the routine visit
Like
every
obviously he
century
probably
is
like
no longer sufficient
attacked
to
and
ease
murdered
their
and all that kind of
concerns.
stuff, but like
That's why I was
did he?
sent here.
Or is it
to
just because
reassure
he's a bigger monster of abundance?
It's all bad news.
Well, not everything. There might be a silver lining. Oh, by the way, I found some clues about the thing you asked for.
Tell me more.
The Verdant
Sorry, I just
Knights
turned my air
followed
off.
the
It's
route
getting
you
kinda cold in
mentioned
here.
and discovered the wreckage of the Whistling Flame
Probably a
ship.
lot easier to hear now. Too, with that
Unfortunately,
off.
there were no survivors and no cargo. However, someone had already been on the scene before we arrived.
Our people? Or someone from the IPC?
No, neither. Yukong, have you heard of a person
No!
named Ron May?
No! Fuck her! Sorry, language. I really don't like Ron May. Like, oh. She's this game's auto-apocalypse for me. Oh, no! Don't make me see her. Please.
I'm still feeling sleepy.
Did I oversleep? Where did March and Donham go?
Like, I know it's not a super popular
There you
opinion to hate
are.
Rome just because of how good she is meta-wise. I know she's, like, overpowered because of the whole extra turn break or whatever, but the whole super calm, mad scientist that almost destroyed her space station just because she wanted to recreate the swarm disaster, the thing that killed millions? She's insane. Just plain and simple, she's insane.
You haven't forgotten about our promise to General Huayan, have you? I woke up especially early so I can start teaching Miss March swordplay.
Hey, why are you blushing, Master Yanqing?
This is, the first time someone has called me Master. I need to, get used to it. Let me make it clear. Swordplay training is about improving your body, mind, and strength. It's not a casual game you can master overnight. I promised General Huayan that I'd teach you Cloud Knight swordplay, so you can participate in the war dance and defeat at least one opponent. I'll do my best, but if you break your master's rules...
March is always a good girl.
Fine. A promise is a promise. Since I promised to study hard, I'll do my best starting today.
Great! That's the spirit.
March is in your hands now, Yanqing. Don't be too easy on her.
Dan Heng, do you even have a heart? Did you lose it somewhere? By the way, where's Yunli?
I mean, he was kind of teasing
I
her,
found
which
a quiet
is
spot in the back garden
kind of
of
good
the
for
Palace of
Dan Heng.
Astrum for our first lesson together.
March 7th waves by to Dan Heng. That's all I got. Okay, so we're March now. Awesome.
Seriously? It's the first day and you two are already late? Why is everyone on the Luofu so laid back? So disappointing.
Master Yunli, you're already here. Sorry for keeping you waiting.
Oh, wait. Were you trying to teach her in secret? That's sneaky.
No.
I'm just showing you what Luofu etiquette is all about. She might be my apprentice, but it's customary for the master to personally escort their apprentice to the place of learning. As the host, I'll be teaching Miss March the essence of Luofu swordplay, after which she'll emerge victorious in the war dance ring. You won't be complaining about Luofu swordplay then.
Don't you have to teach her
Stand
together?
aside, rookie. Let me show you how we Zhu-Ming sword masters treat their apprentices. Quickly, over here, Miss March. This is a reverse mentorship gift from me to you. I hope you put it to good use.
Let's go! Her new outfit.
What's this? Xianzhou clothing? It's so beautiful!
Let's go, March!
Sword practice requires precise movements. This outfit is tailored to fit perfectly and allows for smooth movements. I even added some small accessories. I put a lot of thought into it.
You're awesome, Master Yunli!
See? See? How
Considering
can
how
you
often
compete
she
with me?
dresses up
I'll
pom-pom,
teach March 7th the essence
this
of
is kind of
Zhu-Ming
just speaking
swordplay,
up her alley,
so she can
isn't
win
it?
the contest with my sword skills.
bribing her with clothing 100% will work.
Actually, I've prepared something too.
Huh? You
A
have
sword?
a gift for me too, Master
Is it her
Yanqing?
swords?
Since you want to learn swordplay, Miss March, you'll need suitable weapons. So, I went out of my way to prepare a pair of swords overnight.
They're so cute!
Unfortunately, I didn't have time to ask the craftsman to customize the swords for you, but I did my best to choose ones that look nice and are suitable for a beginner. I hope you like them, Miss March.
Thank you, Master Yanqing!
Alright, let's see Hunt.
Bet you didn't see that one coming, did you,
Let's
Yunli?
see Hunt March 7th. And hey,
Real
we
competition
finally got the
is just
question
getting
of the
started.
title answered. Title of the stream is Who Gave March a Sword? Yanqing, apparently.
I'm so lucky to have two great masters. But why does it feel like things are getting a bit weird?
Because they are. They're fighting over you already.
So what do you think, masters?
I love her new outfit.
Does
It's
this
so
outfit
cute.
suit me?
Perfect. I chose it carefully. It's perfect for beautiful young swordswomen like you and me.
All right, let's get started with the training.
Where'd the Cloud
The
Knight come
person
from?
next to me is a Cloud Knight instructor I've brought in. For
Never
your
mind.
first lesson, try exchanging a couple of moves with him.
Wait. We're having actual combat training for the first lesson? Isn't that a bit
To
too
kind of
intense?
see where you are. I kind of get that.
Well, I heard you have some experience with archery and martial arts. The first thing we're going to do is see just how strong your fundamentals are. Come on, step forward and strike with the sword in the most
I can't
natural
remember
way you can
exactly
think
what her
of.
animations are, but doesn't
It's
she kind of
important for
throw
us
her
to
swords
grasp
like
your natural
Yanqing?
movements, so we can decide where to start.
Kind of like she's
and
still
what you
using
need
her
to
bow.
learn.
If you're ready, let's begin.
Okay.
Are we gonna actually get to try her? Well, it's not a bad team.
Peach Blossoms and Divine Sword
Show your courage.
Feeling lucky.
Well, I heard you have. Come on.
I'm trying.
Are you ready?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Then I apologize.
I apologize in advance. Damn.
Ready to shine.
I love her stance. It's so cute.
Please have some tea.
Pay close attention, Miss March. Lawful swordplay
okay.
is all about being swift and agile in your
Charge
movements.
for March 7th makes her. Okay.
Bladed fight! Yes, you! Ignore him. Strength is everything.
It is not.
Like this?
You can be as strong as you
Well
want
done.
and still not be able to hit your target.
How many can you block? Strike apart.
Yes, you!
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Right on time. Mountains fall!
I'm starting to get the hang of it.
She kind of is.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, so we get to see her skill now. Okay.
With a true heart and focused mind, here I come. Yes, you.
I don't know if I've seen her
Show you
ult
what I
before.
can
Let's slow it
really
down
do.
so we can see her ult.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, eating Lesco. Watch this!
That was adorable.
Isn't this
And so
sword
March.
technique? Shouldn't I be saying something cool?
That was so March.
Down to earth!
Right on time.
Strike apart.
Lead through clouds!
Time for swordplay.
Here you go, Master!
Yes, you!
Practice is over. Swords descend.
Within the self, not the sword.
How many
I
can you
actually
block?
think, I'm gonna butcher her name. I can't say her name. I actually think she'd be a really good unit.
The sword
Kind of
is
like
water.
Clara,
It
because
cannot
of all of
remain
her
still.
parries and stuff. You really wouldn't need a shielder or a healer on your team for that.
Awesome!
So you could just have more damage boost.
Alright, check out this move!
Because if she's targeted while her taunt's up, she doesn't take damage.
I didn't expect the first lesson to be so intense.
Miss March has quick hands and a flexible body. She's a perfect fit for practicing Lawfu swordplay.
However, she lacks strength, and her strikes were a bit unfocused. But don't worry, that's totally normal for beginners. Once she starts practicing Juming swordplay, she'll make heaps of progress.
Given the situation, I believe Miss March should start by working on her strength.
Seriously, do you actually know anything about swordplay, or what?
I
have
could
two
ask
completely
you the
different
same
fighting
thing.
styles.
Dual swords require agility. So what's more important than footwork?
Instead of focusing on her strengths, we should address her weaknesses. The drawback of wielding two swords is not generating enough force. What good is being quick on your feet if you don't have strength? It's not like we're dancing here.
Skilled sword masters know how to play to their strengths and work on their weaknesses. Start with what you're good at, then tackle your weaknesses. That's the right way to learn.
You're quite the theorist, huh?
Damn, theorist.
You claim to be able to talk to swords. So what does that make you? A lunatic?
Hey, it's only my first lesson, and you're already arguing.
Yeah, maybe tone it down just a little bit.
Masters. I'll have to improve both my footwork and strength anyway, so it doesn't matter which one comes first.
But it does matter. Just listen to me, March 7th.
Aww.
Thus begins the journey of March 7th sword training. Oh, poor March. Okay, and then you can just switch it. Yeah, my March is level 30. I actually don't know what I'd equip on her. Increases the wearer's attack by 12%. Wearer's lands crit on enemies, maybe? Not like and subscribe. Like and subscribe sucks. For each time the wearers hits same target, maybe? Because she's single target, so if I was gonna go like the boss route, this would be a good one. Increase the wearer's attack by 16% if there are two of fewer enemies on the field. Increase square. All right. Oh, I think if I can get more of the adventuring one, it'd probably be better for bosses because you can stack it. But I have 4 of the Dan Heng ones already, and they're really good for bosses already, so that's probably what I'm going to put her on for now. Yeah, okay. That's what I was looking for. And there we go. Rarity 3, or 4, my bad. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have to work on March if I want to use her. I'm probably going to use her. She's imaginary now. Do I want to do 2-piece imaginary, 2-piece hunt? Maybe. I'll probably have to look up a build guide for her. Because I don't even know what her skills scale off of yet. I haven't looked at anything for her. Attack. Basic attack. Okay, so she's definitely attack scaling, which is good. That makes it so easy to build. I love attack scaling characters. But for now, let's just continue.
Dear Himeko, Mr. Yang, and Pom Pom, we're all good here on the Xianzhou
Face.
Lafu, so no need to worry. By the way, how's your trip going?
I'm just gonna
As for
screenshot
me,
that.
I've somehow become the apprentice to 2 Cloud Knight sword masters, and I've
It's
been
gonna be the
honing
cover
my
of the
sword
stream for
skills with
sure.
their guidance. One of them is Yanqing, the boy we've all met before. The other is Yun Li, the granddaughter of General Hua Yan from the Xianzhou Juming. Both masters are super strict, giving me a real taste of how hard sword training can be. I tried to drag him into this, but he refused. Then I tried to rope Dan Heng in, but Master Yanqing wouldn't have it.
Nope.
Still, I didn't let the difficulty get to me. In just a few weeks, my sword skills have improved a lot. Both
So,
my masters think I
funny
have
enough,
unique talents in swordplay, and are
What
literally
they did,
fighting
you know,
each
like
other to
March's
teach
little
me their
like
skills.
flowers, they're not exactly cherry blossoms, but that's kind of what they did with it. They added like all those like tree branch designs on her like sleeves, puff sleeves, and even on her sword. And on them, on the design, you can see little pink flowers poking out. So like her normal like, I don't know what they are, like pink clover-ish flowers that she has on her, they kind of turn into cherry blossoms with this outfit, which is really, really cool. I never really I never really saw the outfit close up enough to actually see those little details.
Thanks to their guidance, I've actually made some progress. When I get back to the Express, I'll definitely show off my skills and impress you all. Looking forward to your reply. Yours, March 7th.
And they kept her original 2 colors, pink and blue, but it's like way understated now because
Well
it's all very
done.
red now.
Let's call it a day. Miss March's sword skills are really coming along. She'll hold her own just fine in the war dance.
You got it, March. Just watch, I'll win a fight when it comes time.
Just you wait and see. I'll show off my skills in the ring and win a match. I'll make both of you proud.
Can you believe it? March 7th has actually become a pretty decent swordmaster in such a short time.
Hey, hold on, sword
Now I
master
understand why
in
Grandpa
2
always had a
days?
grin on his face
No.
while training me.
Are you sure he wasn't laughing at you?
Oh, shut up!
It's all thanks to your amazing guidance, Masters.
Miss March, you're really getting the hang of wielding dual swords. If you're keen on advancing, trying out different Xianzhou blades can improve your touch.
Oh, let me see. Which sword is the most powerful? Single sword? Great sword? Or maybe a flying sword?
There's no such thing as the most powerful sword. It's all about the skill of the swordmaster.
Fair.
Yanqing wields several flying swords, while I only wield one. But remember how I kicked his butt at the Alchemy Commission?
First, you didn't kick my butt. Second,
didn't even hit him.
you'll never kick my butt. Third, how about we settle this right now and see who kicks whose butt?
Stop.
Yeah, I'm up for that.
He needs to stop falling for it.
If I kick your butt,
The more she
You'll drop
nags
out
him
of
and
the
he
vortex.
gets angry,
Deal.
the more she's gonna do it.
Why are you two arguing again? I thought things had been improving between you lately.
There was talk that the leading disciples of the Law Fu and Juming generals were supposed to face off in the war dance, but for some reason, they suddenly teamed up to train an apprentice of their own. Turns out the rumors are true.
I don't trust him.
Tomorrow is the big day of the war dance. Shouldn't you two be focusing on honing your skills instead of teaching swordplay here?
Interesting enough, March and his outfit are very, very
right.
similar.
You're the pink-haired fox from the Yaoqing.
It's more orange, more actually kind of peachish. It's not really pink, but all right.
This is Mr. Jiao Chou, the healer working for the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
Ah, got it. So you're the
I mean, I didn't
participant
mean just
attending
in
the
colors.
war dance on behalf of the
They
Yaoqing.
do have very similar colors
And you
stuff
were
in their
trying to
outfits,
sneak
but,
a
like,
peek
I also
at our
know,
training?
like, with the ties and everything.
Sorry for the misunderstanding. I don't know anything about martial arts. I'm just here on the General's orders to take care of some official business. I didn't mean to interrupt your training. I'll be on my way.
If you know nothing about martial arts, why were you smirking earlier?
Well, my curiosity got the better of me, I suppose. When I heard Miss March's pondering about what to learn, I couldn't help but wander over. From my professional experience, cleavers, slicers, chopping
headphones on?
knives, and carving knives
They're
are
going all the way up
just
to his
tools.
big ears.
Kind of like
I thought
frying,
they were earrings, but they-
sautéing, boiling, and deep frying in cooking. They're just ways
They
for
have, like,
people
the
to
wires
show
go all
off
the way
their
down
skills.
into, like, his pocket.
How you use them really depends on the ingredients you're working with. It's like your sword teaching methods. If you align your ingredient, in other words, your apprentice's natural tendencies, with the right cooking method, by which I mean the teaching method that best suits her, she'll make double the progress in half the time. For example, golden eggplant tastes best when fried. Cloud peppers when stir-fried.
Right, his
and
combat revolves
yellow
around
boulder
cooking,
beef
doesn't it?
when
Even though he's a
simmered.
healer.
It's all about discovering the nature of the ingredients. I mean, apprentice.
I'm getting hungry, I'm getting hungry, I'm getting hungry.
All this talk about food is making me hungry.
Aren't you a healer? Why are you talking about food?
Well, it's just a metaphor. The medicinal school I follow on the
Yeah,
Xianzhou Yaoqing
metaphors
is called
slam
the
into
Ronchi
March's head
School.
and don't
It specializes
enter
in
it.
food therapy. So it's only
Be very
natural
blunt
that I
with
know a
March,
thing or two about
please.
cooking.
So, you're the general's cook?
I'm a healer. But anyway, a cook who isn't interested in health doesn't make for a good advisor. Fine.
I guess that
Call
makes
me
sense.
a cook if you want.
In a way. Healthy food
Seeing
and all
the
that.
way you're looking at me, it's obvious you think I'm just some feeble academic who likes to blabber on about martial arts. But, in reality, I know a thing or two about killing. After all, the art of healing inherently encompasses both life and death.
True. He's a cook and a healer. He probably knows how to poison, and he probably knows how to poison the food without it tasting like poison. Kind of a scary combination, if you're asking me. Seems he just got offended.
Seriously? Trying to save face in front of kids? Ugh.
Do you recognize this bottle of medicine in my hand?
No?
This is called tumble dust, an extract from an exotic flower named Yabra.
Yabra?
Ugh.
Yeah,
Is it
bruh.
poison?
Well, it depends on how it's used. With just one drop, it's able to numb a patient's body during surgery, making them painless throughout the entire process. However, increase the dose or the potency, and it'll slow the metabolism, making the blood thin and resulting in the loss of all senses. Even long life species
Are you
cannot
threatening
escape
children
its
right
effects.
now?
This thing can save lives or take them. It's more powerful than the swords in your hands.
That may be so, But still, I prefer settling
Doesn't that
things with a
metaphor
sword than,
also work
you
with
know.
swords? You can save someone's life with a sword. You can defend them from someone attacking them, from monsters, from all that stuff. And it can take a life if you just stab them. Like, the metaphor works both ways. But alright, dude.
Huh. Looks like I did get you all wrong. You're not a feeble scholar, but a sinister and despicable one.
Hey, why the insults all of a sudden?
Because you
I'm
just
sharing
literally
some
talked about
medical
poison to
knowledge here.
kids.
Not persuading
With an
you
evil
to
smile.
poison
Like-
anyone.
Seems like you get real excited when talking about poison. I can't tell if that's an honorable thing or sinister.
Picture this. 2 individuals. The one standing is full of malice. The other lying down is honorable and righteous. How can the one who's lying down label the one standing as sinister? In the throes of combat, where life and death hinge on a singular moment, every idea fades into nothingness. The only thing that matters is staying alive. Surviving the battlefield reshapes all notions of worth, be it integrity or treachery. In my eyes, their
They're
significance
not really talking
is
about
negligible.
anything. This conversation is just back and forth
Perhaps
of him
you've
being
underestimated
insane.
Yun Li and me, Mr. Jiao Cho. We may be young, but we've seen our fair share of war.
Well, then you should know that the war dance is nothing more than a contest. So why are you so focused on it?
When I was appointed as the ringmaster for the war dance, I asked the general, we Cloud Knights are supposed to charge into the fray and slay enemies. Why do we have to swing swords in a ring just to please an audience?
Show off
And
your
this
skill.
is how the general replied. To unsheath your sword in a ring is no different than on the battlefield, as your sword reveals
It's
the
not
might
only
of
entertainment,
all
it
Cloud
shows your warrior
Knights. The war
skills.
dance is the perfect chance to showcase
And it can make
martial
people feel
virtue
safe.
and forge alliances from all over the cosmos. When we unsheath the sword without drawing blood, we not only display our might, but also the martial virtue of the Cloud Knights.
That's quite an insightful statement, Yanqing. Well, my apologies for being so short-sighted. I've been on the Luofu for quite some time, but I haven't had the chance to see the
Has
ceremony
it only
venue
been like
for
4
myself
days
yet.
since you guys arrived? It's not really
Hearing
a long
you
time.
speak so highly of it has piqued my curiosity. Would you mind showing me around?
You want to see the
Might have been a little
Skysplitter
longer
ship
than
where
that.
the war
We
dance
arrived
will be
4
held?
days ago.
Let's go! I bet Yun Li and Miss March haven't seen it either, right? Well then, I'll give you all a tour.
Okay, where are we going?
Let's go. I'll give you a tour of the Skysplitter.
Is this gonna be like when enemies show up or something? Because like, why else would it ask us if we want to go?
Looks like a lot of other visitors have also come to catch a glimpse of the Sky Splitter.
What's up, Mr. Jiao Cho?
Nah, it's nothing.
Well, it's obviously something. You smelled something.
Do you see that airship in the distance? That's the Skysplitter, the venue for the war dance ceremony.
Oh, really?
It
It's gonna
doesn't
be a
look
whole
all
new
that
map.
impressive from this distance.
The Skysplitter is actually a decommissioned Luofu military vessel. People aren't allowed on board until the war dance officially commences. Tomorrow, when the bell rings and the ceremonial cannons roar, I'll be there representing the Cloud Knights of the Xianzhou Luofu.
She seems
Standing
really
in the
interested in the
ring.
story.
Ready to take on challengers from all over the cosmos. Since I was a kid, I've been training in swordplay and the art of war under the general. Every day, I'd swing my sword 10,000 times, and then thrust it 10,000 times, repeating the process over and over. I understand that I'm not like other kids. I never envied the toys and freedom they all had. I never found sword practice boring or hard. Even in the thick of battle, facing down savage abominations, I never felt scared. Each day, I could feel myself getting stronger and stronger, and I racked up countless victories. It's the best feeling in the world.
Okay.
But then, I faced a
Kind of
really
sounds like
tough
a adrenaline
opponent.
junkie, battle junkie.
And just
a
one
little bit.
slash shattered my confidence into 1,000 pieces. That's when I felt true fear for the first time. Maybe that's what Mr. Jiao Cho meant by life and death hinge on a singular moment. Every idea fades into nothingness. After that, I had to pick up the pieces and try to put myself back together. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't seem to find my old happy self again. I often ask myself, why do I wield my sword? If defeat is inevitable, why do I continue to fight? Is it to reclaim the joy of victory? To meet the general's expectations? Or to secure my honor among the Cloud Knights? While the general could teach me the art of swordplay, he couldn't teach me why I should keep on going. He said the reason must come from within myself. I've been struggling to find that reason. But after talking with you, Mr. Jiao Cho, I think I already have that reason in mind. As a member of the Cloud Knights and the General's apprentice, I've had a weight on my shoulders. And I know there's still more to shoulder. But when I wield my sword, it feels like I'm letting go of everything. I love the feeling of giving it my all, facing any obstacle in front of me, pressing forward.
Okay, sorry, that was like this is like a really deep moment. I didn't want to talk over it. Like I already like thought about this before, and I probably mentioned this like way back when we were originally in Laofu. It must be so hard because they are a long life species, right? But they still think of him as a kid because physically he does look like a kid, even if he is like 100 years old or however old he is. He is still very young compared to a lot of the long life species. And he's so skilled with the sword that they made him, like, what is his official title? Like, I know he's like the general's apprentice, but I know he's a Cloud Knight captain at such a young age for them. So the fact, like, I don't know. It just seems like he'd be struggling almost every day to not just earn the respect, but to keep the respect of all the people that work under him. Because no matter how skilled you are, people are still going to see you as a kid, which sucks.
That's why I wield my sword.
Oh, Yanqing. So young, yet so grown up. By the way, how old are you exactly?
I'd like to know that too.
Age doesn't really matter. All sword masters will understand how I feel.
I get it. Looks like all the kids on the Luofu live tough lives. So, how about you, Miss Yunli?
It's not polite to ask a girl her age, no matter which Xianzhou ship you're on.
I'm not asking your age. I'm asking if you have a dream like Yanqing has.
You don't talk like a cook. You sound more like a TV host or something.
Need I repeat myself again? I'm a healer.
Well, I don't
don't have a dream like Yanqing does. The only reason I'm participating in the Ringmaster's Challenge is because I made a promise to my grandfather that I'd win the precious sword he's contributed to the war dance.
Sounds like that mind of yours is just filled with swords.
I bet you've got nothing better on your mind. My father was a craftsman on the Xianzhou Juming. Because of his foolishness, many innocent people fell victim to the cursed swords he forged. Since I was a kid, it's been clear to me that not everyone deserves to have a weapon in their hands. Giving them a sword is no different than being cruel to the innocent. So, whenever I come across someone unworthy of a sword,
So both her father and her
but
uncle
want to take it away from them.
were both swords craftsmen. That's kind of cool.
Given that Yanqing is the war dance ringmaster, I'm stepping up to challenge him. To ensure the precious sword doesn't fall into the hands of an unworthy master.
Hey, what do you mean by an unworthy master?
I see. It's not easy for kids on the Juming either. Well, it's better to have a reason for wielding a sword than to be lost and confused. I've saved countless Cloud Knights in my life, and there are plenty of exceptional warriors, just like the two of you.
Like, I don't know if it ever actually like
Mr.
says
John
it.
Cho?
But
nothing.
Blade actually crafted.
I was just reminded of some old friends.
Both
old tales.
Jin Yuen's and Dunhung's weapons. And that was like before he was like cursed with immortality and all that kind of stuff and really started fighting. Like he was already like a fighter. Of course, like he was a part of the High Cloud Quintet, I think that was what it's called. So obviously he was a skilled fighter before, but he was really a craftsman. And like he made so many of like the legendary weapons on the Luofu. I wonder how he ended up on the Luofu if both her and her father were from the other ship. Did he just come over when he was younger? I don't know. It never actually says that. We just know that
Judging
Blade
from my
is
professional
her
perspective
uncle.
as a healer, both of you
We don't know
possess
how he ended up
remarkable vitality. Your energies flow like raging fires
living on the
and
Luofu
mighty
when like
gales.
the rest of his family is from the other place.
The upcoming fight will definitely be impressive. Well, we've seen the Sky Splitter and toured the Stargazer Navalia. I guess it's time to say goodbye for now.
What? You're leaving already?
Please.
But you haven't asked me about my dreams. I've been working hard too, you know.
It's getting late, Miss March.
He
Unlike
does
you
not
lot,
care.
I'm a grown-up bound by responsibilities and duties. The tasks entrusted to me by the General won't complete themselves. By the way, Yanqing, is it normal to have so many people wandering around in an automated area like the Stargazer Navalia?
Actually, this is a restricted area. But since you're all guests, I made an exception, so you could take a look around.
I understand. Well, I'll take my leave. I wish you both the best of luck in the ring tomorrow.
I'm excited for the tournament. I want to see March kick some butt. And then I want to see their actual rematch finally happen.
Seriously? I just spent so much time thinking about my dream, but he didn't even ask me.
Now that we're done with our tour of the Sky Splitter, shall we continue with our training?
One day left.
Why don't we take a day off?
What? You want to secretly practice swordplay by yourself? Dream on.
You know cramming before a fight never works out. For some reason, seeing the Sky Splitter has boosted my confidence. So, I've decided to conserve my strength for tomorrow. Alright, I'll take you out of the Stargazer Navalia.
kind of acting mature. Which is good. Because he should.
Oh, just shut up, Red Fang! This is not a beast ship. I need some time to take care of things.
You
What's going on here?
donned the skin of a lowly beast to join this mission, dedicating yourself to our glorious cause. And now you're telling me you can't handle it? Do you realize how many ships we need?
What is
I'm
happening?
doing my best, all right? It takes time to figure all this out. When the guns go off tomorrow, all eyes will be on it. That'll be our only chance. How's that? Who's there?
Who are you guys?
Did they not hear that?
An impromptu inspection. Why are there outsiders loitering in Stargazer Navalia? And a bunch of kids at that.
Oh, he doesn't know. Big mistake. He's a captain.
Hey, kids, didn't your parents ever tell you to stay away from the Stargazer Navalia? I know it's an automated facility, but it doesn't mean you can just break in and do what you want.
Who are you calling kids? Such a March thing to say.
First of all, I'm an adult. Second, I didn't just break in.
Yeah, we flew here on a star skiff. Like, whoosh!
He's pretending. Why?
Well, I'm not trying to tell you off, but this place is off limits to the public, you know?
Then why are you here?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Ever Hunt Planes.
Huh? Ever hunt planes? Yeah, sure. Big sis will take you there.
Okay. Bad acting, but alright. Whatever.
Shuha! You should have let me. Shh, the overhaul is done, and everything looks good. We should leave.
Could you repeat what you just
Secret
said,
mission?
Yanqing?
What did I say?
Big sis, let's go. I want to play in Everhunt Planes.
Come on. Can't you read the room? Something is definitely off about the three people we just met.
Yeah, anyone could see that. I just wanted to hear you say it again. That pink-haired box tried to say something. I'm pretty sure he sensed something fishy. Since he's not familiar with this place, he just dropped us a hint. But you didn't seem to be paying attention at all.
I knew that from the beginning.
The Cloud Knights. They didn't recognize Master Yanqing.
That Cloud Knight didn't recognize Master Yanqing at all. That's really weird.
What? Is he famous on the Lavu or something? Not even the Cloud Knights on the Juming, who all know my glorious name, might recognize my face.
You have a point.
A Cloud Knight, a member from the Skyfaring Commission, and a craftsman. They're from various departments, and the reason for the overhaul seems legit. But one of them blurted out some weird language just now. Did you hear that? I have a feeling that if we secretly tail them, we'll definitely catch these guys in the act. Follow my lead, and be careful not to blow our cover.
Aye, aye.
Never mind who they are. Let's just film them.
We should have just killed those lowly beasts. Those
Lowly
little brats won't
beasts?
take up much space. There are boxes all over this place. Just dump them into one and no one will notice.
Damn.
Cut the theatrics, Urlock.
Even the slightest slip-up could interfere with Lord Moktok's plans.
Moktok's?
So where are we heading next?
To check the freight skiffs. We've got a lot of preparations to do. Also, don't forget to take those crates with you. Weapons, supplies. We've got to be well prepared. Otherwise, we're screwed.
I have a feeling this is not going to go well for them.
Are they smugglers? What exactly are they up to?
I feel like because they keep calling
no clue.
them animals.
They seem to be moving those crates.
And they said they were in this.
I've got an
wearing
idea.
this. Or
We can
took
hide
the
inside the
skin
crates
of
and
an
follow
animal
them.
or whatever. I feel like they're disguised as Foxians, but they're not actually Foxians, and they're racist towards Foxians, and they're gonna try and be terrorists and interfere with the festival and maybe blow up the ship or something like that. Just a thought. I love StarRail, but it goes from 0 to 1,000 very quickly. So if something seems fishy, it usually ends up being world-ending events.
Ugh, it's so cramped in here.
I can hardly breathe.
Just hang in there.
Let's just put the cargo here for now, all right? Then we'll move on to inspect the ships. Lord Moktok said that as soon as we're done, we're to board the freight skiff and leave this place.
Don't worry, I've changed the shipping schedule. You two, come with me.
Is it just me? I keep smelling that stench of lowly beasts everywhere we go.
Don't be so paranoid.
Looks like they're planning to escape on the skiffs in Stargazer
Or
Navalia.
maybe they all are Foxians and they're racist towards non-Foxians? I'm not sure.
They keep talking about their
because
plans,
then they said they took
but where do they
the
come
appearance.
from? And what do they want to do on the Xianzhou?
They're definitely up to something bad. Wait, they disappeared. Let's catch up to them.
Tread softly. Breathe quietly. And make sure to keep an eye on them. Hide out of sight as soon as there's any sign of activity. Watch out! They're on high alert!
What do you mean detected?
Looks like...
Why are they coming?
I was behind the crate. What the heck?
Looks like they're planning. They keep talking about...
They're definitely up.
I know how it works. I just got caught.
Did he spot us? Quickly, hide!
I did, didn't I?
Don't be so paranoid. We're running out of time. Get over here!
Shuhard, I'm coming!
They yell a lot. They're very not sneaky.
They're leaving. We should catch up to them. Quickly! Watch out! You're on... Don't get too close, Miss March. They might spot you. What are they up to? They're all wearing official uniforms, but I'm pretty sure they're not members of the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, or the Cloud Knights.
Never mind who they
No, they're
are.
just
Let's
disguised.
just film them. That way, if they do anything bad, we'll have solid evidence against them.
I don't... What? Okay.
Look at this. A freight star skiff with enough room to fit at least 20 of my men. I'll let the others know and have them prepare more star skiffs.
Not shady at all.
Once we're past the checkpoint, there will be beast ships waiting for us. Lord Moktok is ready. The revival of our ancient bloodline all hinges on this operation.
What did he just say? Beast ships?
Who's there?
It's those brats! I told you to get rid of them, but you didn't listen,
Yeah.
idiot!
Let's just murder them.
Wipe them all out!
Ah, they are the werewolves. Okay, I thought so. They're trying to free the big guy.
Orson?
Adusa! Die, you lowly beasts!
No dirty tricks. Hedge your bets. Spend freely.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. Ready to shine. Yeah!
The dice have been cast. Bust.
Kaboom.
Or maybe I'll take it all. Watch your
I think
head.
March definitely needs
You took the bait.
another DPS on our team.
I could take 10 of you. Time to show you what I can really do. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this! Awesome! Now watch this!
That
Sure,
move
I'll
is
play along.
so cool.
It's on me.
It's because like her ult and her like follow-up is like her really only big source of damage. So maybe like another follow-up attacker like Dr. Ratio or Topaz for another like follow-up attacker, and then Robin would be pretty good.
I've got a raid to get to.
Getting another turn.
Let's finish
and,
this.
Making her get her 7 stacks faster.
Time for a buzz. This battle is unavoidable. This is double speed. Lend me your strength. You'll make good practice. Nice job! We've entered the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Hedge your bets.
More enemies. Time for a buzz. You'll make good practice. Yeah!
Watch your head.
You'll pay for this. Lend me your strength. I could take 10 of you. Time to show you Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less carbs. Watch this!
How is this possible? How did these Foxians change their appearances like that?
They're not Foxians at all. They revealed their true form. They're Borisin, just like the bandits I defeated on the IPC ship.
Wait, that means...
They're here to save their savior, the big guy.
Well, how did the Borisin manage to infiltrate the Cienjo?
It's not just a simple disguise of wearing our clothing and shaving their whiskers. They're somehow able to alter their appearance to be indistinguishable from Foxians. They even have official IDs for the Skyfaring Commission, the Artisanship Commission, and even the Cloud Knights? Let me check this fake Cloud Knight's tag. Maybe it'll give us some clues. Lujun, an officer of the Patrol Defense Squad? Wait!
What's the matter?
I encountered a patrol officer named Lu Jun before. It was a few weeks ago, when we were transporting the Borison prisoners. If they can forge official identities and move around the Xianzhou without raising suspicion... Oh no, this is bad.
Even worse. If you find
I thought I
one
meant like they
cockroach
killed him
on
and
the
took his place,
express,
but alright.
it usually means...
There are more Borison hiding on the Xianzhou. I bet their plan is much bigger than just stealing information. We've got to report this to the Seat of Divine Foresight.
Like immediately. That went from like 0 to 1,000 so fast. Well, maybe not 1,000. But it did get up there really fast. Oh, she's here.
I'm glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Xiao, the general of the Xianzhou Yao Cheng.
Nice to see ya.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibitor Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yao Qing has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan has explained, right?
Pretty much, yeah. We're here to answer your questions as witnesses.
That's right. But don't worry, this isn't a trial. I just want to have a chat with you and get a better understanding of the facts. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them. But no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance.
Did they, though? I mean, kind of.
The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destroying life wherever they go. While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report.
They put the Seed of Destruction...
I'd like to take this chance to have an exchange with both of you.
In the tree, right? And then it made it bloom and grow. That's exactly what happened in Bellevon. It seems like it's their MO to just put a Stellaron on a world and let it wreak havoc. Except for this time, they had one of the Destruction's... I forget what they're called. One of, like, the 4 generals of Destruction. They have a specific name. Whatever, Petrophilia? I just said her name earlier. They had her come in, and she actually, like, orchestrated the destruction. They didn't go full army, wipe out the entire world route. They went... sneak behind the scenes, tear it down, and like subtly until she get the power of the tree and then destroy everything. So it was a little different, yeah, but it was still just put Stellaron on world, cause mayhem. Like, it seems like their MO so far.
Let me be clear. The questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind, we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
Let's go. Oh shit, not this again.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate. Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest.
Stick to the facts we know.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron Hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
Raise her suspicions about... It's all about the Stellaron.
Apart from the Lafu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurillo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Lafu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty of the Nameless.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand. Let's move on to the next question. The
Round
report
two.
suggests that Don Shu, the master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to
Lord
resurrect
Ravager,
the
that's what
Ambrosial
she's called.
Arbor. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
The exile of Imbider Lunae is what led to the calamity. Who seems suspicious? What? I personally met Don Shu. I don't know.
I don't believe we are in a position to answer this question. We Nameless came here to resolve the Stellaron crisis, and we cannot be expected to know the details of Don Shu's conspiracy.
You make a valid point. That's how innocent people should react. Let's skip this question for now. According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind
Fantilia.
behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Sean, the Master Diviner, witnessed everything firsthand.
We were working with Diviner Fu, and she also witnessed Fantilia's true form. You're not going to doubt one of your own people, are you?
Damn.
Of course not. We can trust the testimony of Master Diviner Fu Xuan. However, even if she saw it with her own eyes, we can't completely rule out the possibility that she might have been deceived. Oh, it seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
Okay.
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
It's a lot easier when you actually pay attention to what they're talking
The
about.
two Nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the Nameless, but for you too, General Jing Yuan. First, the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Lawfu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking, or the Ten Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, the Lawfu did survive the Ambrosial Arbor crisis. So, I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit.
Okay.
And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Lawfu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once and for all.
So he is kind of aware of the intruders. Good to know.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Lawfu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei Shao?
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Lawfu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongus behind it all.
Mongus?
An entity?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison
Interesting.
and as elusive as quicksand. The Borisin believe she'll give them a chance to rise again.
That's Ventilia.
That's right.
Like it.
You're lucky that I'm the one who came.
So she's
this
coming
time.
back.
If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly.
Can't we trap her
I've
in the
always had
cauldrons
faith
as
in my
well? Because she
instincts.
is one of those
So I don't doubt your good intentions.
yokai ghost things,
But the Alliance
right?
has its fair share of
The only
questions
reason she had a
and
physical
doubts
form is
about
because
the
she tried to
Lawfu.
fuse with the Ambrosial
So,
Arbor.
my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer.
But after we beat her,
to
she turned
satisfy
back
the
into that little
Alliance.
green flame thing, which is her original
What's
form.
in this plan, General Fei Shao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling prison.
Ooh, okay. You imprisoning
No,
us?
I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you.
Oh.
We'll fill in the gaps
To,
that
like,
weren't
make
covered
sure
in the
you're telling the
report,
truth?
and silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
Me too.
Your willingness to help is truly heartwarming, youngsters.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests,
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance, but I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
so, you are here for Hule.
Exactly. Hule is locked up in the Lawfu's Shackling prison. Since he is the broodlord of the Borisin, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borison suggest they're planning something big, so we must act.
They're trying to
preemptively.
rescue him, obviously, and then
It makes
escape.
sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch nemesis.
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each other's problems. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
And as for Hule, I'll send my Lieutenant Jiao Cho and Moza to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport.
Moza.
If
Not
there
Mose,
are no more
it's Moza?
questions, shall we get this started?
Okay. Alright, well it is going on 11, and it seems like we're about to go into a dungeon, so I think this is a good place to leave off for tonight. StarRail stories, we usually have to break up into 2 parts anyway, just because they're always so long. It's always like watching a movie. You really gotta like sit down and like watch it for like 4 to 5 hours, usually, before we get to like the big fight at the end. So, I think this is a good place to stop for tonight. Either tomorrow or Monday morning we'll get on, because there shouldn't be that much left, and we'll do like a 2-3 hour stream and finish it off. So anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and I will see you guys next time for another StarRail stream. Bye guys!